was a man that we are going to take and blindfold with our own blindfold that we bought. We're going to tape his eyes shut with our own tape that we bought.
Okay.
We're going to put coins over his eyes, our coins that we have.
And he will never touch any of these things.
He won't touch it. He won't do anything. Criss Angel.
He's got a fork in his hand. What's that all about?
He's going to stab you with it. He doesn't like you.
Got a weapon.
Good morning, Howard. How are you?
Criss? Ooh.
Nice to see you again.
Criss has very long hair, a bandana.
The bandana is just for the sake of being taped. I don't want my hair to get all. I'll never get out of my hair. How are you, Robin?
Oh, okay.
You don't like to be called a magician. What are you?
I guess I'm an illusionist. I do
What's
a lot
that,
of
a magician?
Well,
yeah,
actually,
exactly.
Well, if you see the show, it'll give you a little indication that it's quite different than your traditional kind of magicians.
All right, and while you don't like to be called a magician, you are starting to become famous on your own right. Aren't you friends with Brooke Shields?
We're acquaintances.
Did you bang her?
I can't discuss that. No, I had a relationship with her mom and herself for some time. They were
Her mom, huh?
Well, I mean, they were quite nice
both?
to me.
Did you make your penis disappear?
At the same time.
Yeah. No kidding.
Man, what a score.
No, that was a while ago. We were just friendly. And,
who gets more stank on his hang low, you or David Blaine?
No comment, man.
Are you like in competition with David?
Nah, actually, I think we're like the new breed of like magician or illusionist, and it's cool. He's cool,
You got Brooke Shields, huh?
No, I never claimed that. No, I never said that.
You dated her.
Look
at you,
I have
dude.
no idea, man.
A lot of these
they
magic.
can't even talk about
I don't know.
A lot of these magic guys get a lot of poontang.
I know how to
keep
word this.
secrets, man.
Copperfield got Schiffer, Claudia Schiffer.
Swear on the life of your mother that you didn't bang Brooke Shields.
Oh, that'll work.
No, I didn't.
Well, good for you, pal, if you did get her. You know what? It's always great to have professional poontang, real top-notch. Celebrity poontang.
You're right, though. Magicians do get it, man.
Lately, yeah,
All of a sudden, they're cool.
Houdini couldn't get laid, but these guys...
Yeah, they're like the new rock star.
Yeah, they throw on a little eyeliner and they're getting laid. Look at you. All right, let's do it without further ado. Now, let's explain to everyone. Gary, I want you to go over to Criss Angel.
Actually, he's going to come over here.
Criss Angel, Mindfreak.
I was going to show you something real quick first just to warm up, if that's cool.
Don't show me anything. I want to see this.
Okay.
Don't ever show me anything.
Can I go over there? Okay.
Yeah, go over there. We bought the blindfold. We bought the tape. We bought the coins.
There's got to be a trick.
Watch him carefully. Gary is putting the coins on Chris's face. Guys, get a microphone on Gary and Criss.
So he's taping the coin.
He is taping the coins. Go ahead, Gary. Gary, have you rehearsed this at all with Criss?
No.
Let me move up my bandana.
Have you ever met Criss?
Yeah, about 5 minutes ago.
All right.
I'm going to put one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just allow me to breathe.
No, we're not allowed.
Gary's taping his mouth shut. You don't need to do that.
Okay.
All right, let me explain. Stop for a second, Gary.
Okay.
The tape is crisscrossed over the coins. This guy, there's no way he could see.
Completely covering his eyes.
Are you satisfied, Robin?
I'm satisfied, but now they're applying a blindfold even over that.
Gary, where'd you buy the blindfold?
We got it at a store. I mean, it's nothing special.
Okay.
Go ahead, put it on.
Have you tried it on yourself, Gary, to see that you can't see through it?
Yes.
And what'd you find? That you can't see through it?
It was very dark.
All right.
Go ahead, put it over my eyes. There you go.
Yeah, we want it over your eyes, you nutcase.
Of course we want it over your eyes, Criss.
Good. Now, what I want you to do is just to bring the girls in, have them not speak to me, don't touch me, just have them stay around me.
Criss, I got to tell you something. While you were talking, Gary was throwing punches about a half inch away from your face, and you didn't flinch, so I know you can't see.
If you could just have them come around me, just don't let me.
All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in girls. I'm not even going to say anything if the girl's in the room. I'll just tell you if the girl's in the room. That's it.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me whether she has clothes on or
If
not.
they have a personal object
Keep your
in their
hands
hand or
away
something.
from them.
Dark hair, yeah. And he's like in a very proper position. It looks like it was a portrait or something. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Is that right, Wood Yee?
Yes.
Wow.
Wait
No wonder he gets laid.
Now, you know we don't know Wood Yee.
Wait a minute.
No wonder he got Brooke Shields.
You know what? I'll do you. You're the best I've ever seen.
Oh, you're very kind.
All right, Criss Angel, one more person for you.
Okay.
Wood Yee came in. We thought we'd trick you up by not having a woman. Wood Yee held a picture of his son in his hand. And you
Stand still, Mr. Angel.
leave him alone.
I'll let you know when we're ready, Mr. Angel.
Okay, here comes your next victim.
Okay. We're ready.
He will tell us whether this person is wearing clothes or
My
not.
fingertips right now? Is there anything underneath my fingertips?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Hold something under his fingertips.
Where is the person? Are they anywhere? Anybody else?
We're getting ready. Take
Okay.
care. Take it easy.
Just
Having trouble with the...
All right, here we go.
is there something underneath my fingertips?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Now there is.
It's All right, this put it like 4 inches underneath my fingertips for me, okay? And this is interesting because this is definitely, I feel very strongly that it's a female. Am I correct? It is a female.
Yes.
With actually blue jeans.
Yes.
And holding what what appears to be something black, almost like a blindfold or something, or a pocketbook or something black. Is it something?
It is something black.
It is something
It
black.
is kind of like a pocketbook.
Well, it could be. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen pocketbooks made out of that material.
I can't. Is it some type of something black? I feel. It's.
You're right.
Is it? It's almost like some type of. Is it like a sex toy or something? Or some type.
Well,
is it
some
like
people use it as
Is it
that.
something that you'd use with?
What is it? I don't even.
Or something?
What is it?
You don't know what that is?
No, I can't see it.
Something that this girl apparently uses or something. Is it something like that? Is
Tell him what it
something
is.
Sex toy with. It's
No, it's
black.
not a
It
sex
has
toy.
straps on it.
Yes.
It has a little bit of elastic. It feels like.
Yes.
It feels like
Yeah, and-
elastic, and it's something like you strap it on to strap
Right,
on.
right. It's a
Is
strap-on
it something
shoe.
like that? Am I correct?
Is it?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you talk?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that what it is?
Is it?
It's a shoe.
It's a shoe.
Yes, it's a stiletto. Black
It's stiletto. Okay. Well, it has some it has black elastic.
Yes,
It does.
straps.
And it
Straps,
has
yeah.
it's black and yeah, it has a little like probably a quarter inch of elastic.
And you are good. And she is wearing jeans,
Yes.
by the way.
And I
is
do have a
wearing-
pocketbook with me.
Hey, see, all right, see, you.
Oh,
throw
you
me
threw him
different-
off.
Oh yeah, you got the pocketbook next to his hand.
Okay, so.
Oh man.
Black on, right? Like a sweater or something. but
Yes.
black shoe on.
A real
Yeah.
sexy sweater. Wait till you see this
Yes,
one.
You're very attractive. I can.
Oh, stop that, you.
Yeah.
Hey, calm down over there.
All right, do we have one more? One more quick one. You're amazing. This guy's totally blindfolded. We blindfolded him. We put coins over his eyes. We put tape over his eyes. This guy's good. His name is Criss Angel, Mindfreak Illusions. Up
How
close.
does he do
And then
this?
I don't know. It's a great. Whatever he's doing, it's great.
Where am I here?
All right, here he comes. One more girl.
Nobody's in here with him, are they?
No.
No. There's nobody here he knows.
Sorry. I'm getting something.
You're stepping all over. Okay.
Yeah, so-
Foot up. Right foot up.
Okay.
How the hell is he doing this?
Person have something in their hand. Are they in the room yet?
Yeah, they're in the room. And
I just
put
have
it
them
underneath
place
his hand.
Underneath my hand, just anything. Could be anything. This is. I believe this is a female. Am I correct?
Yes.
It is a female and an attractive female. I sense that
You're not kidding.
she has
Yeah.
like I love this is actually good. She has probably like a white shirt, but how would you love this? It's like the belly shirt. So you see the
Yes.
belly button.
She's showing
and
her
she
belly.
Has some probably some really tight black shiny pants with like the lace front to that to lace them
Yeah.
up in the front.
100% right.
And she's probably holding. It's like some type of. I feel this put it underneath my fingertips about 2 inches. It's like some type of cosmetic, like lipstick or eyeliner or some
Wow.
type of something.
Yeah,
for
that's
Am
exactly
I right?
it.
Yeah.
That's right.
It is right.
That's right, right? Is that what you're holding?
It's lip gloss.
Lip gloss.
Lip gloss. I knew it was something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you
What's
take
her
off
name?
everything, you'll see that I haven't
What does my shirt
done
say?
anything.
Wow.
This guy's going to bang
my
all three of
shirt
these
say?
chicks.
You take it off, and make sure there's like no cameras attached to his eyes.
What does my shirt
No,
say?
there's
Wait, let
got
me just
to be.
think about this. It says something with a DA. It's like an orange writing.
This is crazy.
He's great.
Something orange and like black around the arm.
Fabulous.
A white T-shirt. And I want you to just pull down and I want you to totally see.
Look, he's got nothing on. He's got no.
Coins are still in my eye. Like, all right.
The coins are on your eyes. The tape is on your eyes. It's all stuff we bought. He didn't bring anything himself. That's Criss Angel.
Attractive.
Well, you can believe he did it. He just did it. What don't you believe?
What's under that hat?
What do you got underneath that hat?
Oh, it's just my hair.
Look, there's his hair. No cameras.
I just didn't want it to stick to.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
You're good, dude.
Thank you very
I don't know
much.
how you did that.
How do you do that? Tell us.
By the way, what are you sticking in your pants to make your package look so big? With
Yeah.
Just the package, dude.
Okay.
Just the
Good.
package.
Sure.
Way to go, dude. Dude, I don't know what you're doing, but that's a great illusion.
Yeah.
Girls, where are you guys from? You're really hot chicks. Scores chicks?
In fact, don't you recognize
Good Lord.
our friend from Hungary here?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
baby. You look great.
I forget her name. What is it?
Yeah.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Veronica.
Oh, how you doing, Veronica? Yeah, I know you. And what are you other girls' names? Give your names.
Dawn. Jackson.
Dawn and Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson. Yeah.
Jackson.
Jackson. Oh.
I call her Jackie. That's the way I do it. Anyway, Criss, you're amazing. Woodgie, thank you for playing along, too.
Thank you.
Not bad. Not bad at all. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back.
Great outfit.
Woodgie,
very
great
much,
outfit you're wearing. All right, we'll be back right after these words. That's Criss Angel, everyone.
Girls, what did you think of Chris's talent?
He's amazing. He's shocked. I was shocked.
It's like she's wearing a long
amazing.
sweater, something.
He's so punctual, say about the letters and everything. I mean,
He must have
That's
sauce walked in.
amazing.
I know, that's what I keep thinking too.
Do you think there's some kind of trick to it?
Somebody was
No.
downstairs watching us come in.
No,
I don't know.
Do you believe it?
I believe it.
Yeah, some people
I believe it. It's happened right in front of
I'd
me.
like to believe it.
What about you?
Sell their souls to the devil. Come on over.
What do you think? Do you believe it?
He got the
Make you a little nervous?
answers right. But I don't know how he did it.
Wow.
Nobody knows how
I
he
know.
did it.
So, how do we do, girls? I was right. There we go. I nailed it, huh? And thank you so much for your help.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we going now?
I don't know. Where are we going?
A whole bunch of things to go over with, and a lot of people on the phone. I just want to say this guy, Criss Angel, is an amazing illusionist.
He was great, man.
I don't know the difference between a magician and an illusionist, but the guy really was blindfolded. And the fun of it is, after he left, Robin, me, Artie, Gary, we're all trying to figure out how he did it. And when you can't figure out how someone did it,
That's the best.
that's the best. You know he can't really do it. But he did it. He did it. And, there's a guy on the phone who said, hey, Criss was wearing an earpiece. And I went, that's how he does it. Then the guys just told me, Doug told me they went over him. There was no earpiece. There was nobody there to even see.
Right. Who would have been giving
There's
him
no
that
way.
information?
Yeah, there was nobody there.
No way. It was a clean slate, and he did everything right in front of us.
And I even said to Robin, because Robin was buying into the camera theory, I said,
It's got to be a camera.
but his eyes are taped shut. And there's no way to get how could you even see the camera? You would, unless it was built into his brain. It's an amazing illusion. You have
I don't know where it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really something to see. The guy's good. Yeah,
I think maybe that package you noticed.
but how do you attach it to your eyes? That's all I'm saying. We taped his eyes shut.
Yeah.
We taped him shut. We blindfolded him. We did it all ourselves with stuff we bought.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was wearing anything.
And he does say, listen, he is an illusionist, but go figure out how he does it. I tell you, the guy's something else.
Didn't you get the feeling he could bang all three of those chicks after that, too?
Please.
Yeah.
They were very impressed.
That's how they get them, man, these magicians.
Yeah. You have to see it on TV, but we aired that, I'm going to tell you, okay? Eric, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, he definitely had a camera either in his belt buckle or somewhere down by his crotch.
Here's the problem.
Everything that he said.
Here's the problem. We were doing it on the radio. You couldn't see. His eyes were taped shut. There's no way he could see a camera.
But that camera was being seen by somebody else.
There's nobody available. How could they see it?
He's got somebody in another room or down the hall, another floor.
But he wasn't wearing an earpiece.
Yeah, but he had long hair. He had a bandana on.
But his ears were uncovered.
Hey, Howard.
His ears were uncovered, and we checked him. We examined him. We were that close to him.
That's the only way, because the camera was down low because you could see their pants, and it was probably pointed up a little bit. So
their shirts. Go ahead. What is it?
You know, Howard, I'm blindfolded now, but I could still see a little bit like that, like over here.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he just.
But your eyes aren't taped shut with quarters over them.
Yeah, but he's got to figure out a way to just move the quarters over and see out of a crack.
And he moved how did he move the tape?
Communicating with him.
Tape. It was. Was it clear tape?
Even if he had someone.
It wasn't clear
Yeah, but he
tape.
could still see out of corners.
No, you couldn't. Even if he had someone communicating to him, they'd have to be in our E studio.
Right, we don't let anybody near a monitor, so they couldn't see anything.
He had no
that's what I'm
friends
saying.
with
There
him.
was no one here with him.
Nope.
There was one woman here with him. She was in the green room. She had no access to any
She
visual.
couldn't see those girls.
No. And Richie, for me, checked the people in the green room. They weren't feeding him anything. I mean, they just weren't.
It could be somebody on another floor, or maybe even out on the street in like a van with
but he didn't have
cameras
it.
that they can see what that camera in his crotch shows, and then
A person in a van. A person in the van on the street couldn't see in here. We have a
No,
little
he's saying he's looking at a
through the camera in his belt buckle.
Video or something.
He's saying that there's a guy. Okay, you ready? He's got a camera in his hand, which he's feeding to a guy in a van in the street, who is then sending something to an earpiece to him.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? We can't even get our RF to work here in the studio. There's
but
no
that's
way.
what makes this look so good.
Okay. Hey, I got to go. I'm telling you, that's not how he did it.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? It is good to be here with you in the morning on Sirius Satellite. Hey now. Hey now, hey now, hey now. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. Hey now. Yeah, this is going to be a tough show for me. I got up at 2 in the morning, and I was not able to go back to sleep. I laid there for 2 hours, and then the alarm went off about a bunch of shit. Then I got up, started to get ready for the show. Then I opened up the Daily News. Then I got pissed off at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗍 again. I'm so angry. Well, they wrote, I'm going to read you an article, a gossip column that is, there isn't one truth in the thing. And I want to call them and just fucking yell at those assholes. You know what I'm going to do from now on?
What?
Which is the guy, Malloy or Rush?
I don't know.
𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗍, gossip columnist here in
And
Daily
it's a man
News.
and a woman.
Listen to this.
Which means it's too broad.
Yeah, I could put up with most of the bullshit in this story, except for the last sentence.
Right.
I wondered about that. I said, are they making a joke? Or
Beth came in so upset. Now, Beth was with me. This is, I don't know if they're making a joke, but I would never say this to a woman. You know me.
Right.
I would never, this is what people imagine I'd be like in my private life. I'll read you the whole thing, but first I got to read you this part. And I got to, Gary, get that fucking Rush and Malloy, whoever the fuck these two nightmares are. It claims I was somewhere, and I'll tell you where they claim I was, and I was there, but...
That's the one truth?
Yeah, a fan yelled out, Howard, a pretty girl gushed. Now, mind you, I'm with Beth.
Mm-hmm.
Howard, I love you. Howard replied, so are you going to get on your knees now? Good thing Beth laughed. Jeez. Now, I got to tell you something. Jesus. I know we do a wild show, but if anyone knows me, I would never... I have 3 daughters, and I got news for you. The reason I get upset about the shit they write about me is because I don't want my daughters reading the paper today. And the weird thing with me and my daughters is when they read something like this, they tell me about it, so that's even worse.
Ooh, so...
And it's like... They
just sort of try to live with it.
So their father's an asshole. I went to an antique show, according to this newspaper today, and a woman said, Howard, I love you. And I said, so why don't you get on your knees?
Right.
In a million years, I wouldn't be that fucking lame. I'm just so bummed out about it, I can't tell you. So from now on, I'm going to talk about this guy, Rush. I guess his name is George Rush. You know, I heard from someone that he called a woman a cunt the other day. She came up and said she was a fan of the Rush and Malloy column, and he said, you're a fucking cunt. And he called her a cunt and kicked her in her snatch. That's a quote. That's what I heard.
The only unbelievable thing is someone being a fan of the Rush and Malloy.
Yeah, well, you know, I have to work on my story.
Right, yeah, you got to do something better. I read your column every day.
But not only that, the entire, like Beth pointed out, there's 15 false things in here. Like literally 3.
The column isn't that long. How could there be 15?
Howard Stern made traffic and rock and raunch on the air, but at home he likes the finer things about him. The serious jock and his girlfriend, Beth Ostrowski, took an interest in a $300,000 18th century partner's desk at the Society of Memorial Sloan Kettering's preview party for Houghton's Art and Antique Show the other night. So, we have a decorator who said, would you like to go to the antique show? I have some extra tickets. I said, oh, great, I love looking at that shit. I go in there, and I'm walking around looking at stuff. So I see a desk. I go, oh, that's, the guy says, isn't that a beautiful desk to me? I go, yeah, it's beautiful. I go, what's a thing like that cost? The guy goes, $300,000. I said, wow.
I'll be moving along.
And I'll be moving along. That's the story. I'm not looking at it. I wouldn't, in my right mind, ever be able to. I would be afraid to sit at a $300,000 desk. It's a completely false fucking item. I did that probably at $1 million. I went over $1 million.
Yeah, a million things you looked at and said, oh, I wonder what that cost.
There was a table there for $500,000. Oh. And I was like, wow, imagine that. A $500,000
What's
table.
a $500,000 table?
No chairs come with that, dude.
Actually, it was like a 20th century thing, like not an old antique-y thing. Right. And it was like $500,000 coffee table. And like, I guess people who know this stuff, they actually make money and stuff with it. But I don't know anything about it. And I was there as a guest of this guy who was nice enough to invite me. And I used to go to the Armory all the time when they had the Japanese show and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I do that stuff all the time, too.
Yeah. Stern hasn't finished the shingle-style mansion he's building on 4 acres in Southampton. He's already recruited designer. Okay. Chances are they're planning some space for Beth. A spy says she has a separate bedroom in the beach house Stern rented last summer. For $600,000. I didn't rent a house for $600,000. That's number one. I never paid $600,000. That's number one. He keeps writing that shit. But, okay, I don't even care about that.
You're throwing around that S word a lot, and it sounds a little gratuitous.
Is it? Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm really pissed, and I'm tired, and I'm fucking cranky. Right?
Now the fucking sounded real.
See, it's funny. I thought there weren't enough shits in there, Robin. See how different we are?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find the right balance. Robin's right. So... the idea that... so the other day I told you they called and asked if we had separate bedrooms.
Right.
And I wouldn't even dignify it with an answer. It's not my job. But I was on the air here and I told you we don't have separate bedrooms.
Right.
The house where we sleep together every single night in one bedroom. So that's even wrong. But I don't care about that. That's fine with me. I don't give a shit. If you want to say have separate bedrooms, fine. Maybe she needs to recover from the activities in the master bedroom.
That's his way of saying, all right, maybe they do sleep together. She doesn't have a separate bedroom.
Whatever the decor, the king of all media always will be himself. At the antique show, when a pretty girl gushed, Howard, I love you, Howard replied, so are you going to get on your knees now? Can you imagine at an antique show and a woman says...
You're standing next to a $300,000 desk.
And I said, so get on your knees now? I mean... On the
obviously new money.
On the life of my children, I would never fucking ever say that. I'd be, first of all, very thrilled that a woman would say, Howard, I love you.
Absolutely. You're always gracious.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like that. Years ago when Rush and Malloy were on our show, a lot of people called and said they frequented swing clubs. And, I didn't put the calls on the air.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of people called in, and I thought, well, that's not fair to them.
Right.
They don't, I can't substantiate that. Where would I say to a woman, get on your knees now? Well, and I got 3 daughters who read this shit. Gary, get them on the phone.
First mistake, being nice to a gossip. They're the worst.
Yeah, I've always had the philosophy, well, if you're nice to them,
no,
like maybe they'll be okay with you. But no, it's like...
Doesn't work out.
Yeah. And I'm the first one to admit, I love gossip and I love reading it, but...
How can you believe a thing when you read what's written about you?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, it's just a complete lie. I mean, I just never would do that to a woman. Gee, honey, get on your knees? I mean, I said to Beth, you were with me at my side the entire time. You didn't even go to the bathroom. Did you ever hear me say to a woman, get on your knees?
You wouldn't say that if you were alone.
I know. But this is what they choose to write about. And I don't mind a true story. I'm going to get him on the phone and ask him if he's ever been to a... Yeah, I want to know if they've ever been to a swingers club.
I think I'm going to get a voicemail.
Yeah, well, you tell him he's got to get on the phone with me. Never mind the voicemail.
I was reading something about the difference between gossip and rumors, and they said, rumors are just, I heard this or I heard that. Gossip usually has a reason behind it. Like gossip is malicious. And it usually has, why do they hate you is what I'm trying to say. What have they got against you?
First of all, if I'm walking around going up to women who say I love you and I'm saying get on your knees, there's something mentally wrong with me.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they're trying to position you like a scumbag.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
And so what do they got against you? You never did anything to these people.
Hey, James, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Hi.
Hey, SFN, a lot of the shit's coming from there. I mean, there's some wackos there. There's good guys there. But a girl called Lisa C. claims that she used to work for you. In fact, she's got some status as a VIP.
Okay.
And she posted a big post about you having separate bedrooms. And this is about 3 months ago.
Really?
Oh, so maybe that's where it comes from.
Like Howard Hughes, you know, and they would have sex in one room, and then Beth would get in another room, and he'd get in another room and sleep.
Now, how would she know all that?
How does she know that?
I don't know. I'm sure it's just all bullshit. But
Beth has in our apartment.
Yeah.
Beth has a room where she keeps a lot of her stuff, and there's a bed in there because my kids sleep in there sometimes or guests come over.
Yeah, but this woman is claiming that she knows your sexual habits and what Beth has to do afterwards.
And Beth and I sleep every night together in the same. We have one bedroom. It's a small. It's not a huge apartment. I've got a bedroom that we both sleep in every night. We watch TV and go to bed.
You don't think that's a huge apartment?
Well, for apartments, it is pretty good size, but. And then in our house on Long Island that we rent, we sleep in one bedroom. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I think they just go out there and they see the wildest posts out on SFN, and then they make articles about it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'd like to know who this Lisa C is and what she has.
Well, search her up. She's out there.
I'll have Mutt find out who she is.
Yeah.
Well, this guy does make sense, because a gossip column could easily go, hey, look, it's your fan website. Your fans are saying it.
Oh, good. That's good, because that's all accurate. Because they know how I live. I'm a very private guy. I don't really allow too many people into my bedroom. And
not the SFN? They haven't been there?
Except for the guys from SFN, Stern Fan Network.
One guy from Howard Shrine has been over for dinner.
Right. All right, thank you. That's probably the source of all this bullshit.
Howard, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I left a voicemail on Joanne Malloy's cell phone. I'm emailing her now, and I called our publicist, who knows how to get a hold of him really quickly, and left him a message on his cell phone, because he usually knows how to get him right away.
Yeah, I would just like to know, what is the agenda here? To make me look like a total asshole?
Well, yeah, like I said, this expert was saying, gossip has a maliciousness to it, and you ought to look at the person who's spreading the gossip to see what the agenda is.
Hey, Dan, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Dan, the song parody man, everyone. By the way, I do love the new Elliot Off and Live or Let Die.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hold on.
I don't care if you live or die. I don't fucking care if you live or die. Why? I don't fucking care if you live or die. I don't care if you live or die.
It's like a Joker.
Or that demented De Niro character in Cape Fear.
Yeah, he would have been a great Joker, Elliot Offa.
Dan is real good at that stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, listen to it. Listen. Elliot's like a real-life supervillain. Dan, go ahead.
Listen, I don't know if you could find this in the archives for Master Tape Theater or not, but best of my recollection, in like 1999 or 2000, you had a listener call in that worked at a swingers club or an S&M club, and they spotted either Rush or Malloy or both of them at their club. And he talked on the air with you for like 20 minutes or so. He was going to try and get something off the security tape, and then he called in the next day. He got fired, lost his job.
Right. Well, you know what? I'll ask them about that. Normally, when they came on my show, I wouldn't even entertain it because, you know, that's something you don't want. I don't know if they have kids or what.
Are they married? Or a married couple?
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
But if they are, and I got kids. And I'll tell you what, I don't want my I got 3 daughters, 3 young ladies who read that I'm out on the town asking women to get on their knees for me.
Yeah, God forbid they ever bring any of their friends around you if you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, like what parent would want me around their kids if I'm going around telling to people, hey, get on your knee. I mean,
they should lock me up in a mental institution if I'm doing that.
Well, they don't.
Well, you know, people like that. You know, they're just looking for anybody to say anything so they can print it and they can say according to a source.
Right.
And you guys, I mean,
let's see them produce that source. Let's see them produce that source. I want to know where they got that story from. That I went up to somebody
because those are quotes
at an antique show, and I would say such a thing.
Now, if somebody told me that a dresser cost $300,000, I would say for that kind of money, the dresser should get on its knees and blow me.
No, you're not kidding.
There's the joke.
Yeah, and you know what? I was polite, too. Like, I said to go, oh, it's a very nice desk. You know, I mean, what are you going to say? $300,000. How the fuck you...
You're not there to entertain. You're not pulling up a bunch of people and starting to do stand-up at the antique show.
I mean, I'm just walking around. I was invited, and I thought it was kind of nice to look at some nice things. I don't know.
It's a nice desk. I'll give you $80.
I didn't buy anything. I just was hanging out and looking like everybody else sitting there.
Yeah, but they're acting like you're trying to make a spectacle of yourself, telling the woman to drop to her knees so everybody notices Howard Stern is there.
I'm doing the show.
Well, you know, I mean, these two obviously have no integrity whatsoever. It's
zero integrity. Really? Just shocking. Thank you.
All right. Take care, man.
All right. Well, hopefully later on in the show I'll be able to confront my accusers, who say that I'm so out of control that I'm telling women to drop to their knees at antique shows.
Yeah, I think it's time to up that medication.
Yeah, because really, I'm not. If I'm doing that, then I'm not to be trusted. Oh, my God. Very, very embarrassed by that. I mean, it's just a bummer.
Yeah, if you're doing that, you must be up to worse.
Yeah. And I wouldn't mind. If I'm doing it, then fine. I know guys who would do that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And then they get major endorsements.
Bobo, man. And listen, I'm really pissed off. This has been going on for fucking years with these people. Why don't you sue them for slander? Remember a few years ago they had you buying a Mercedes for a stripper?
No, that was Page 6 had me doing that.
But I'm just saying, someone's always in the news doing this shit to you.
Yeah, they've been on a real tear about me lately because they're angry with me that I don't call them back when they get their false items. And I said to them, it's not my job to sit there and confirm every story you hear about me.
But if they do get a false item, they'll say you denied it and still write it.
That's right. I'm not into that. That's not my job. I don't. What do you think I do all day? I'm in the same business. I don't sit and call people all day and go, do you deny this? All right, thank you. Let's go to Jason. Hey, Jason in Lindenhurst, New York.
Who dis?
Who dis?
Who dis?
What can I do
Howard.
for you? Yeah, hi.
Listen, man, love you. Long-time fan. Been listening to you for almost 20 years. You are the greatest.
Thank you, Jason.
I just got to say, I work in Manhattan. I work at a restaurant near Columbus Circle that you've come into quite a few times. I don't want to mention the name or anything, but...
Well, mention the name. It's okay.
Vincent Eddie's.
Yeah, I love Vincent Eddie's.
West 68th over there.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah, and I just got to say, every time that you've come in, I mean... I'm a huge fan, never come over to you, but nothing in your personal life. Like, you are on the radio, you know, it's a show that you do, and for them to make a claim like that, you would say, you know, why don't you drop to your knees? Anybody that really knows you, that listens to the show, knows that it's just all a bunch of bullshit just to sell papers.
Yeah, I know. It's just that my kids read that stuff, and my parents, and, you know, and they probably think, wow, what an asshole.
Yeah,
you know?
they're not going out of the house today.
Yeah, so...
Hey, Artie.
Yeah, man.
Hey, fuck you, fat Artie.
Fuck you.
I love you guys. You guys are the greatest.
Thanks a lot, Jason. Later.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah.
Fuck you.
I was already in a shitty mood because I woke up at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, that's never good.
I was all charged up. I had a bunch of stuff on my mind, you know. I was going nuts. You know, we got Wednesday and Thursday are the 2 big days.
Right.
Where we're having a free offering on the Internet. Anybody who wants to listen to us for free, I'm excited about it. I think it's a great idea. I think anybody who hears, you know, like Gary told me, Gary went over to, I guess it was Barney's yesterday. There's a restaurant in Barney's that Gary says is a real scene. Barney's is a famous place to go shopping, and I guess there's a...
Yeah, there's a restaurant inside the store.
It's called Fred's?
Fred's, yeah.
I've eaten there before.
Yeah.
I've had lunch there before.
Yeah, it's good.
It's amazing.
And Gary says it's a real scene. It's like upper crust ladies and, like, you know, chicks
the ladies
shopping.
who lunch.
And they're famous people there. What did you tell me? Who'd you see there?
Well, when I walked in, I didn't see them, but I guess Matt Lauer and his family were sitting right behind us. They were just finishing up and getting up.
Right.
The whole family, or just him and the kids?
No, the whole family.
Evidently, I guess everybody's trying to make a go of it.
But you know what's really weird, Howard? You go in there, and it's these women that probably were really hot back in the day, and their daughters, and They both had the same plastic surgery.
Oh,
it's just like a whole weird thing.
It's like everybody has the same plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Everybody starts to look alike.
There's a lot of 1982 #1 draft picks in there.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's face is pulled tighter than a drum.
Yeah, so, Gary was in there, and who was sitting there eating lunch was Conan O'Brien, and he came over to Gary, and he says, please tell Howard, I listened to him on Sirius, and he said, the show, what did he say?
He said the show is just better than ever. I couldn't believe it could get better, and it did.
Wow.
He said that he bought his entire staff the satellite radio in a year subscription for Christmas this last year, that they all love it. He even said Frank Smiley's loving the show. He said the same thing. Yeah. And he just said the show's just as good as it's ever been.
Well, that's nice to hear. And so, my point about the free offering is that it'll give people the opportunity to hear us.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great promotion.
Yeah, because I had an opposite experience. I went to a restaurant that I go to a lot. It's not any place special. It's just a neighborhood place. And
guy said we suck?
It's a Chinese restaurant. And the guy said, are you still on TV or radio? Are you still working with Howard? What do you do now?
Yeah, where you been?
You know what I got yesterday? It was weird from somebody I'm pretty friendly with that listens to the show a lot. Was the show's great. Love like when you interview Hulk and all that stuff. It was a woman, too. But that some of it's just getting too dirty.
Too dirty.
Yeah. The Sibian and especially no need for Richard and Sal to be naked. But being very serious. Like, she's like, they discuss
Yeah, it's hard. Any given person. How can you do a 5-hour show every day and everybody like everything? I mean, it's absurd. I've come to that conclusion because literally, even with Master Tape Theater versus the Friday show, it's like, all I was doing was getting letters. Nobody wanted the Friday show.
Right.
We put on Master Tape Theater.
And they love the Friday show.
Now they love the Friday. It's like, you know what? I give up. But anyway.
It's like trying to get the World Trade Center rebuilt. Everybody wants a part in the decision. But one thing that I have noticed that I, never had to think about before was sometimes, I'm riding around in that new car you got me, and I'll have the top down, and I'll be blasting the radio because I've been zooming down the highway, and then I pull into a parking lot, and somebody will be yelling, shit, fuck, cunt, piss.
That's great.
It's blaring. I'm like, oh, my goodness, let me turn this down.
I thought you were going to say, and you pull into a parking lot, and everyone goes, look at Robin listening to herself.
Oh, no, I could be listening to Bubba or anybody. I mean, it's just, you got some racy language on this thing.
Speaking of Bubba, I wanted to call into his show yesterday to ask him how I did with Hulk Hogan and stuff, because he always gets the feedback.
Right.
I was just so tired, I couldn't even make a call. I was just beat. I don't know. I was just really beat by the end of the day, and I went, I'm going to
go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and listen to Bubba. It was funny. They were having that whole discussion that we often have. What would you do if the show ended? And where would you go? And it was the general consensus was that Brent would work with us because I like Brent so much. And that, I don't know, Spice Boy would, I don't know what he'd be doing. They said we'd be working at a supermarket or something.
Right. I still can't believe he's dating Akira. They set up him, with the girl to have sex and tape it, and now that's his girlfriend.
She's hot.
She's very hot.
I don't know if I could make her my girlfriend because that'd be she's so sexual and so out there that... I'd be too jealous, I think, of all the sex she's having with everyone else.
I'm getting a little jealous of Blue Iris now. I'm attached to her. I'm thinking about her with Dick Nasty. I can't even think about it.
Or Ron Jeremy.
Well, I mean, my blue.
Your blue girl.
My blue virus.
Yeah, we set you up with Blue Virus.
That's what I'm calling her now, Blue Virus.
So, anyway, then, when Scott Greenstein was putting together the whole package of, how we're going to advertise this free offering, they said, well, we're doing TV commercials, we're doing newspaper ads, and he says, you'll do Letterman. And I said, well, it's not the right time for me to do Letterman. I don't have anything new to say, and I don't want to go on there always selling, it's got to be something.
Right.
So then the whole time they're playing, you're going to do Letterman, you're going to do Letterman. I said, no, I'm not doing Letterman. I know when it's time for me to do Letterman. It's not the right time. And by the way, I don't think this is going to be made or broken by the Letterman show. In other words, if people are going to hear about this.
It's a one-shot thing.
It's a one-shot thing. So everyone's got it in their mind now that I should be doing Letterman. So last night, I get barraged by email. I guess Scott's panicked, and he's got everyone writing me emails. Tim Sabian first writes me an email how I should be doing Letterman, and wrote a series of ideas and jokes that I could do on Letterman.
He's writing for for you?
Yeah, and it's the lamest.
He's giving you ideas.
You got to read into it. You got that email?
Well, yeah, I got it. Well, first, Scott Greenstein writes me. He goes, well, you could go on Letterman, and if you don't want to be a guest, go on and do the top 10. Like, I'm in charge of the Letterman show, and I'm going to go on and do the top 10.
Yeah, Letterman, I'm doing your top 10 tonight.
Number one, Letterman hates doing the top 10. Number two, I hate the top 10. Number three, how would that promote Sirius, me reading the top 10?
I think Letterman, just to get out of it one night, would love for someone like you to do it for
Right, yeah, come in, please.
Well, Scott once told me, you go on Letterman. The first idea was, he said, go on Letterman and play clips of your show. I go, yeah, you see that a lot on Letterman, me playing audio clips.
You and Letterman listening to the radio.
Yeah, you know, with the audience staring at us. About me. It's like some guy putting out his family photos.
You know, that was one time where you, as a much more experienced guy in this business, told me something that was so right. Like, my theory was, when I first became a regular on Conan, I was like, do it. If they offer it every month, just do it, do it, do it. And then I remember you saying to me one time when I had the DVD out, you were like, it's so much better when you have that specific thing. Yes. You know, like to talk about at the end, like a plug, a movie, whatever it is. And I see what you're talking about. It gets gratuitous.
You get on, and Letterman sees through it, too. He's smart. He doesn't, he's, well, gee, Howard, how great. Then Tim writes
the way you would be with a guest on here.
You go on to promote a Freeview, and he's going to crap all over it.
First of all, I thought it was funny. Tim is like Tim's a great guy. He's a great program director, but he's the least funny guy. When we're in here in our Thursday creative meeting, sometimes you think like Tim's like a super fan. He goes, you know what I like when you guys used to do in 1997? I go, Tim, we don't do that anymore because it's like, it's done.
Right, it's 1970.
Yeah, so Tim's...
He's not paid to be funny like that.
Yeah, I think I printed out Tim's.
Or he could come in here and do his material. Maybe you're not selling.
Oh, I don't think I printed it out.
Oh, no, I got to hear his material.
Oh, what's wrong with me? All right, so Tim sends me an email talking about how I can go on and say, I'm no longer the king of media. I'm like king of the world now because everyone in the world can hear me. I've got it memorized. Geez.
You're now king of the world.
Yeah, everyone in the world can now hear me.
He's changing your moniker.
And he goes, and then you'll go on Letterman and you'll tell Letterman that now you're on the internet worldwide and you can solve the worldwide problems. You could even solve all the problems with China.
Oh, God.
And you could now speak to all the people about and how I'm going to solve all the... I could even speak to the people on the TV show Lost. And tell them where they are because they'll hear me on the internet.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. You have to... I almost want to go on Letterman and do Tim's material.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, Tim's out of his mind. And then Walt Sabo wrote me the same sort of email about how I really... this would really... Oh, and what was Scott's... He goes, you've got to go on Letterman because we need something organic and national... And organic to the show.
What?
Organic is the new word.
What does that mean?
It means everyone's insane around here. Trust me, it's crazy around here.
Usually it means something that's not contrived or something, but I don't know what the context is.
Well, Letterman becomes the key to my loyalty to the place. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you don't do Letterman, what kind of man are you? What kind of team player are you?
You've got to call in a favor.
Send Martha Stewart on Letterman.
Yeah, she can get on Letterman.
Why don't you adopt a black kid and go on Letterman?
I think that's what you need to do next.
Yeah. Why don't I conduct my life for Letterman?
If you adopt a black kid, you can get on Oprah to apologize for it.
And I'm like, what do you think? I'm just going to call up Letterman and now go on?
I'm supposed to... I don't have an
appearance booked on Letterman.
I'm supposed to do it again. Should I go on and just say, I'm representing Howard?
Yeah, go on.
And
go on tonight.
And I'll do Tim's material.
Would you mind?
I'll take the... You know what? I'll take the hit.
Hey, where's Tim? Have Tim print out his email to me. I got to read it to you.
He's not here yet. He'll be in about... I usually get through about 10 minutes.
He's not here yet. What kind of company man is he?
Let me see. Can I get into my computer without like a 7-hour process? How do I do that? I'm sure it's fucking monumental to get it. Want to time me? I can't even get the monitor on.
So far, so good.
So far, the monitor won't even come on. Every time we go to use this... Oh, here, and now Scott's got to come in and help me. Oh, this is my computer? How do I get to it? How do I get to my
He's
email?
looking more and more like Uncle Fester every day.
Just minimize this.
Minimize this.
Go up here.
Oh, that's easy. Exit out?
No, just minimize.
All right.
Minimize.
Now what?
Open your Lotus. Is it in Lotus?
Yeah.
Put your password in, it should do it.
Yeah. It's probably going to have to download all my emails.
Right, you haven't used it in so long.
So it's going to take an hour, right?
I don't know how long it's going to take to replicate.
Oh, no, you got to replicate.
Oh, that's right. I have a different password here, too, I think. I can't even get into it.
Forget it.
Oh. Wait. I want to see how long it takes me to get into my computer.
When was the last time you replicated it? It'll take 5 years.
No, but meanwhile, I don't even... There's 20 different passwords.
Uh-huh. And you don't remember this one?
I do, but it doesn't ever work.
Look, I'm telling you, he's Uncle Fester. Look at Scott.
I forget it. I give up. I can't get into email here.
You should put a light bulb in his mouth.
I should give you my password because I swear to you, it doesn't work.
It doesn't matter.
It makes no frigging difference, and I think it's case sensitive. And
Oh, so you have to all caps or one cap. What did you do?
This is weird. For some reason, you just turned on my stiletto.
I'm trying 17 different passwords. Yeah.
You know what? I'm seriously.
Hey, Tim. Dude, just print out your email to me. It's the greatest email I ever got from a human being. What is it? Scott Greenstein's pressuring you?
No, everybody was excited yesterday. There was talking about you going on Letterman, the possibility.
I told them I'm not going on Letterman.
I know.
Stop with the Letterman emails.
So everybody got caught up in the frenzy. And start,
No. Here's the frenzy. Scott comes into you, and Walt Samuels says, "Get him to go on Letterman. Get him to go on Letterman. Get him to go on Letterman." Don't cover up.
So when this frenzy, you came up with all this material?
Scott thinks the key to the worldwide audience is Letterman.
I was on a roll.
Letterman's not talking to the world.
Yeah, Letterman's barely got on. We have more people here than Letterman has on his stupid show. Give me your email. What would possess you to write material for me?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
It was a weak moment in my day.
It's the greatest thing ever.
You get up at 4 in the morning, you get nuts.
Here's some things you could talk to Letterman about. I got to read this.
At least try to cover it up.
Let me go find it.
For words.
Try to cover up next time. Say, to Howard from Bruce Valanche.
He's the funniest guy, Tim. And I know exactly what goes on. You can just tell by these. It's not like one guy writing an email. It's everyone.
Right. They're all standing over his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What about the other major stars here? Like, has Martha Stewart ever once gone on a major talk show to plug this thing or what?
Yeah, she went on QVC. Remember that? And sold radios?
There you go. QVC. I'm not against going on Letterman. You got to pick and choose moments.
It was great when he was starting.
Right.
Or when he made the first announcement.
It's hard to explain that to Scott.
It's repetitive. Yeah,
it's just it gets old and boring, and then you become useless.
It's like you become a Fuller Brush salesman. Here comes that guy again.
I can't tell you how many times.
That's a perfect analogy.
How many Letterman appearances? Everyone, you should go on Letterman about this, Letterman about that. With Letterman, forget Letterman. Pretend Letterman blew up and died in the World Trade Center.
See, you're one of the few guys, though, that Letterman would have on every couple months.
Well, of course, because when I do it, I'm good. And if you start going on for lame-o shit, then you're not good anymore.
And it's ratings,
Yeah, well, whatever. But anyway, I was getting all aggravated because I was like, this is some weird pressure that shouldn't even exist.
Right.
With the Letterman thing. They're running a bunch of TV ads. They got newspaper ads.
And they're great. Their ads are great.
Fabulous. That's what I was going to say. I had a good old-fashioned decadent night last night. I loved the Giants bet. I loved it. And my buddy's in Vegas, and I put $5 gangster talk on the gins.
$5 is how much?
Big time cover, $5 grand.
$5 grand.
I got the shakes last night. So
on the Giants, you put $5.
Oh, and the Giants.
You didn't bet on your team.
Oh, and the Giants killed them.
Yeah, they did.
I bet the best year I ever had.
They were given 3, right?
Yeah, they were underdogs.
But the Dallas Cowboys were given 3.
Yeah, it was great. But in Dallas, Parcells just looked confused. And, the best year I ever had gambling, I bet every week on the Giants in '86. They were 14-2. They covered like 13 of the weeks. It was an insane year. But I was watching the game, obviously, very intently. And I saw, I believe, 2 of the commercials that Robin saw.
Yeah.
And the chant your name, they're well done.
Right.
They're very good
commercials. Beautiful.
We've given them shit in the past. Right. This is really well done, the commercials.
They're terrific commercials. And I'm very excited about the free offer. And I'm excited that a lot of our fans who haven't come over with us yet are going to be listening to us. And then I even got a letter from a guy here in Munich, Germany. I'm an American living in Munich, Germany, who has been jealous of all those Americans who could subscribe to Sirius. It was a lousy feeling being an American who wanted his Howard Stern show but could not get it because Sirius did not have the technology. I saw the worldwide ad and subscribed within minutes, and I could not wait the free 2-day trial. All I can say is it's about fucking time.
Oh, nice.
Very much enjoying Sirius and your show over here in Germany. Thank you. So, you know, this is a very effective campaign. I'm very thrilled about it, but everybody's got to calm the hell down around here. Everything was aggravating me yesterday. Everything.
Where's Tim with that email?
Oh, you got it. This is Tim's agenda on what I should be doing on Letterman. And you know what? I wasn't even going to read it because I love Tim, and I don't want to ridicule him.
But wait a minute. You know, the best thing about Tim is when he comes in here with those crazy words that he uses, and when he writes stuff. So we got to do.
Tim's kind of like a fan, too, because he'll go to me, when are you guys going to do Ham and Slam again?
Right. He loves Ham and Slam. I don't even remember what that is.
Do you think something's wrong with the show, that we're not doing a good job? And he goes, no, the show's great, but you're now on satellite. You got to do Ham and Slam. So, Tim, you know, that's a bit from 10 years ago. And I don't know, we might end up doing it again. But I get paranoid. I go, well, maybe I need to be doing Ham and Slam.
Right.
I don't know.
Because I know he always says, you know what I loved? I loved Bob and Ray.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I don't know. It's kind of like come and gone.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll do it. You know, I don't know.
It does kind of bum you out. Maybe going, what's something wrong? Is there a gap in the show?
You know what you got to say to him, Tim? It's got to be organic.
Organic. Yeah. No, that's Scott Greenstein. Scott Greenstein's all about organic.
He's Mr. Organic.
Yeah, he's the one with the organic. He said, we need something organic. Gee, I wish I could get into my email. But Tim wrote the best email about my agenda.
He wins.
My agenda on the Letterman show. Hey, is Tim close to getting that, or I'll...
Yeah, what did he do with it?
Here he comes, Howard.
Yeah, I can't get into my computer. You got to... I should have Tim read it.
It's only one page. I'm shocked. You only had 1 page worth of material?
Howard spoke to Scott, and I saw the email he sent. I wanted to throw in my 2 cents on a way to possibly approach the Letterman appearance. Now, mind you, there's no Letterman appearance, but now here's how I can approach it.
Now there's an approach.
I don't run the Letterman show, guys. I can't tell people I'm going to do the top 10 over there. Bullet point for doing David Letterman. Here's the first bullet point. I've been lying, Dave. I'm not the king of all media. This will secure my position as king of all media by taking over the Internet worldwide.
Can we get a drum roll?
So you've been lying all this time.
All this time, I'm really not
being the king of all media.
But now I'm the king of media because they're putting the show on the Internet.
Right.
There are college students with their shows on the Internet, Tim. You know, I mean, really, how don't you think Letterman's going to turn to me and go,
what the
so
hell's
you're on
wrong
the Internet?
with you?
Fucking 14-year-olds are on the Internet. All right, number 2.
There we go.
With Howard's show being heard on the Internet around the world, this confirms the position of king of all media. Howard will become the king of the Internet. So what is your suggestion here? I go on and I say to Dave, I'm now the king of the Internet?
Absolutely.
And you think that'll get big laughs?
No, I don't know. You know.
All right, wait.
There must be a joke.
You got room on that comedy show?
There must be a joke that accompanies that, right?
Dave, you know, I'll do it. Dave, you know, all the ABC stations in New York reach 14,334 people on an average quarter hour, while the Howard Stern stream reaches 26,624 in 1 hour, and it's not free. For the next 48 hours, it'll be free to Howard's fans around the world. My source is Webcast Metrics rating.
That's big.
You really want to make
really
he wants to know facts.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, wait.
What is a quarter hour again?
So you can see how excited I am about this Letterman appearance because it's going to be...
You can talk about quarter hours.
I can talk about quarter hours. And then finally...
like Ross Perot with sharks.
Yeah, I can bring out a big shark.
Now, Dave...
And then finally, Tim suggests I wrap it all up, my Letterman appearance with, you know, Dave.
So far, this has been fascinating.
I love how he puts it in the context of a conversation.
Right.
People from around the world will be able to hear my show. This is the 5th time I've said that already. I will have the ability to solve the atomic problems and to speak to the North Koreans. I'll end the wacky celebrity adoptions in Africa. I'll even have the opportunity to speak to the people on Lost and let them know how to get off that stupid island.
Now, how about that? Come on.
Yeah, because North Korea is a nice subject to bring
Angie, move over. I want a seat over there.
I got to tell you something. You have no idea how quickly I picked up the phone and called Letterman and said, I got to get on.
I got some dynamite material I have to get on.
I'm going to go back in my office now.
All right, thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Tim's got a lot on his mind.
That's like sending Mariano Rivera email. Ways to pitch to Manny Ramirez.
Yes.
Tim, what if I just go into a school and hold some kids hostage, and then Letterman will want to have me on to interview me about why I lost my mind?
Would you promote the free trial?
Yeah, of course. Well, I would definitely get that in.
The stat is the best. That's statistic.
That quarter-hour stat.
You know, Dave, ABC only has 14,000 people. When I'm on with my stream, that's a pay stream, is 26,000.
That Letterman audience from Iowa already freezing to death in that studio, like zoning out.
That big blank stare as they look at me.
What did he say?
We came all the way to New York for this.
What an awesome appearance Howard had. You should have seen how he buried Dave in statistics.
Oh.
Dave didn't know what hit him. Howard was the most brilliant mathematician.
Dave, I've been lying to you. I'm not the king of all media.
Howard gave average quarter-hour quotes. It was dazzling.
But now he's going to be the king of the Internet.
Dave, did I mention that I'll be on the Internet and I'm going to be now... I've been lying that I'm king of all media? And I'm the king of the Internet? Did I mention that? Oh, and now I can be heard worldwide?
People in the crowd going, when this guy get boring as hell?
What happened to him since he went on satellite?
When did he take a dull pill?
My goodness. You couldn't get me. You couldn't pay me to listen to that.
Boy, that Stern's on fire since he went to satellite. Joan Rivers is stopping by at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, she got a good review in the paper today.
Yeah, I saw that.
For what? What does she got going on?
She's got a special coming up on Bravo.
About her, stand-up, and they were talking about how on target she is.
Wow. She's still doing stand-up. Good for her, man.
She's 70-something years old, and she's still on target.
She does it every week
She's
at
a
the
pro.
cutting room. Yeah.
I tell you, female comics definitely owe a lot to her, man. She really, she was the first one to be brutally honest on stage about a lot of things.
Yeah, first one to say anything funny.
I mean, yeah, you know, she was really...
Oh, come on, Toady Fields was funny.
That's true. I take that back. She was good, Toady Fields. I like her.
I don't think I ever saw Toady Fields.
Did you see in the paper this morning, there's a broad, young girl, 23 years old. Her grandmother got breast cancer at like 39. Now, let me ask you what you would do in this situation if you're, a human being with this history.
Well, you have breast, Artie, so.
Right.
Yeah.
This could affect you.
You know what? Oddly, Artie's put on weight, but he doesn't have breasts. Actually, your chest is in pretty good shape.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. No.
Show me your chest.
I'm just a mess in general.
By the way, Conan told Gary he loves when you come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And,
I love going on.
And then he asked how you are, and Gary goes,
Everybody
it's fine.
worries about you.
Gary goes, oh, Artie's great. And he goes, no. How's Artie?
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Everybody is like, come on, tell me honestly.
Well, Conan's always been nice to me, and for the record, everybody there, everybody loves them. My last appearance, Zach Braff was the guest, came in. There's Crazy Alice. They know obscure references. Every writer, all those guys. I mean, it's just they love it to death. It's great to hear.
Yeah, here's an email. I mean, hey there, someone has got to do an intervention with Artie. I watched him recently on Howard TV, the show where he makes out with Blue Iris. By the way, it's a great episode.
I finally watched that, by the way.
How did it look to you?
Yeah, it's killer.
It's funny.
It's a mauling. It looks like two bears mauling each other.
It really doesn't look. It really looks like two things you want to tag in the wilderness.
It is an Omaha. What is that? No, what was that?
Mutual
of Omaha special.
I watched on Howard TV. I could see that Artie is a meal and a beer away from a heart attack. He looks miserable. You can see that he is unhappy and stuck. See, I don't see that.
Stuck where?
This is the kind of, I think Conan wrote this.
I mean, 85% of the mornings, more than that, 95% of the mornings, I'm laughing like I was just laughing 2 seconds ago.
You're laughing and having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But I know what people are talking about. I see you in the hall. You do not look like a happy person.
I'm tired. I
am too.
I'm out of shape and tired.
I'm the same way, dude.
You're not out of shape. Why are you so tired?
Believe me.
At least Artie has the excuse.
I'm actually tired from being in shape. I'm not eating and I'm not sleeping.
If you guys knew me the 2 years I was on that fucking Norm show, oh my God. Creatively, I was dead inside, but I was the happiest motherfucker. Overpaid.
You were smiling in the hall.
I learned my lines at the light at Sunset and Moore Park. I didn't even have to take something to work. I mean, but
The King, a preview of Riley's show that's out of this world.
Look here. If you're putting me on during this so-called World Wide Web experiment, you know I'm good.
$500 million is what I want.
Yeah.
For me and my motherfucking family.
Look here. If you motherfuckers want to bullshit around with me, and let me just say that Richard Wilson broke my heart. Riley, you're on tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm on tonight, Howard.
Oh, you sound happy.
Hey, Howard.
It's good to be here.
I can't tell you how wonderful it's been for me to sit here for 45 minutes listening to you motherfuckers skin your nuts. You understand? I mean, that was really beautiful.
Yeah.
And looks like you could have taken 10 seconds out of your fucking life to have, plug my show.
Well, what are we doing now?
This is what we're doing.
You just did it now, but you did it after I was hanging on the phone when you did it. Therefore, I suppose you think I should let you off the fucking hook.
Well, it's amazing how everybody thinks they're so important that they should interrupt every bit and get right on the air.
Between the shitting contest and the nut skidding, that eventually, you could throw like 10 seconds in for Riley Martin's show.
Riley, do you realize that shitting contest and everything else is the reason we can give you a show?
Well, I understand that, baby, but still, Robin, especially you, Robin, I know damn well you could say, hey.
Now, Riley, you'll be doing...
We talked about you this morning, you nuts.
Riley, we'll be doing the show. You'll be doing the show from your home, is that correct?
That is correct.
Right, so he now has his setup.
He has his ISDN line.
Yes, he does.
Right, at the thought of having to come up there and hang out with you guys while I do my show really causes me to go to a kind of upchuck mode. Upchuck type mode. Nonetheless, that don't mean that I don't love you from a fucking distance.
Well, Riley will be on the air tonight. Everybody listen in. He is having a big show, and he will be talking about his bullshit with the aliens and in full force. Is that right?
Yeah, most definitely. Tonight, midnight, Eastern, on Howard 101.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
His show kicks off the free time starting tonight.
Is that right? It starts tonight?
That's what Jason just told me. It starts at midnight tonight.
Wow. Riley, good luck. You will be reaching the world with your bullshit.
Beautiful.
Well,
all right.
Finally.
Thank you, Riley.
Yeah, take care. Love you, Robin.
I love you, too.
All right, there's Riley in a good mood. He knows he has a shot at reaching the world tonight.
You can't do enough for that guy.
No, you can't. Yes, anything else, Steve Langford from Howard 100 News?
Also, the Gary Dell'Abate roast Thursday here on the Stern Show. A Howard 100 News in-depth report on just what atrocities Sal the stockbroker is concocting in the name of humor.
Gary has said his biggest fear is Sal the stockbroker bringing up particularly his brother who died and father who died. He says that this could really put him in a whole different stratosphere in terms of his hatred for Sal.
Yeah, it could bum him out big time.
Bum him out big time.
These stories and much more coming up on the Howard 100 Noontime News weekdays, noon Eastern, updates every hour.
Thank you, Steve. Steve Langford, of course. And let's go over to...
Itch.
Yes, rectal itch, of course.
Rectal itch.
Can you stop saying rectal itch into my microphone?
Rectal itch.
I love that.
Please, Steve, be
rectal
professional.
itch.
He used to be considered very professional.
Yeah.
Rectal itch.
Thank you.
It's going crazy.
John Hine, what do you got for us?
Itch.
Well, you got to talk into a microphone, John. You know that.
He's a rich nerd because of TV guy. John Hine's now a freaking millionaire.
Rectal itch.
He soul jumped the shark, and you know what's funny? The great big dork now has fuck you money. He's a rich nerd. A rich nerd. Yeah. He's a rich nerd.
Yes, go ahead, Johnny.
Well, Fetus defeated Richard in the metal trivia quiz, but Nora the Waxer and Pixie Pearl seem to be the big winners in the whole event.
Right.
We're going to find out how Richard's holding up out there and what the scene in the studio was during the nut skinning, as Riley likes to call it.
Yes.
Also, J.D. was too sick. Artie said he may be spoken for, and Ralph has to check her out first. We're going to take calls on who should be the one to bang Pixie and record it for the show.
Artie with the shocker, I think, of all time.
There's no shock. There's no
Come on. When did this happen? When did you talk to get even into this?
Is this about Dana?
Of course.
Yeah, there's a dialogue.
When did that happen, Artie? Tell us.
Who broke first?
It's a weird situation because I don't know that if in total private I would turn down getting laid.
Wait a minute, Artie. The last time we spoke to you, you were not calling her.
Right.
And you were not going to return any phone calls from her because somebody had to take a stand. What happened?
I had a conversation with my grandmother.
Oh.
Who
fucked your head up.
No, well, she was very sweet, but she did confuse me. And she said some things that sort of made sense to me about my situation. And I don't know. It's just, I'm
Artie, take it from me.
Granny wisdom.
Not to have a love and to have someone love you.
She wanted me to examine all areas before letting something go.
I see.
I wish I was your grandmother. I'd be like, Artie, fuck the porn star, but in private. And kill the dog.
Like in the movie Arthur.
Artie, nothing's going to get resolved, though. What about the dog? What about therapy? What about all of it?
Therapy is something I might be open to.
Oh, okay. All right, you're ready to do it.
I clearly need some help.
Yes.
I don't know, but there's nothing serious, nothing's going on.
Artie, I wish you success. Look at you. Look at you. You have women problems.
I do.
Big time.
You have a problem, Artie.
Artie can't get laid.
You can't get laid. You're in limbo.
He's in limbo.
I'm in laid limbo.
You're in laid limbo, Artie Lang.
There's nothing really more to report.
Your penis is in jail.
So after that, you called Dana?
Yes.
Wow.
Hello, this is Dana. Hey, this is Artie. Just had a conversation with Grandma Lang.
It's not Lang.
Grandma.
Caprio.
Grandma Caprio. Who's Grandma Caprio? Who is this? I thought your name was Artie Lang. You lie about that, too? Hey, look, enough with the jokes. Grandma Caprio made me realize that maybe, just maybe, I should repair things with you, if you are open to it. Oh, Artie. Artie, can this be true? Is this a dream? Pinch me. My mountainous man. All 282 pounds of you. Hey, what I'm telling you is I think I had one of them epiphanies.
What is that accent you're doing?
Artie, your epiphany is beautiful.
Epiphany.
We both don't know how to say epiphany. You didn't have that porn star, did you?
Out of respect to you, Day.
Out of respect to you, my Day.
No comment.
And respect to Grandma Caprio. I would never plug the porn star.
Until all issues are resolved.
All issues. Artie, I'm so in love with you, and I think what you're telling me is you're going to go see the therapist. Day, I think I'm open to it after Grandma Caprio's conversation with me. And you love me, don't you? I love you, Day. And you love my dog. I love you, not the dog. Artie, here we go again. You have to love the dog. Fuck you, Day.
No, I don't.
Oh. Fuck you, and forget about Grandma Caprio.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
How long was the conversation? It was only one conversation since Grandma Caprio, right? Right.
Well, I talked to Grandma Caprio, too, you know. You did? What did she say? She says you're a big fruit. You better get your shit together. The fuck is wrong with you?
I can't wait to call in his Beth one day.
Go ahead.
Here's my megaphone. Hi, this is Beth. Congratulations, Day, on trapping Artie. I've got Howard firmly in tow. I know. Thank God for Grandma Caprio. I wish Howard had a Grandma Caprio. Straighten his ass out and get a ring on my finger.
All right, very good. Another fun day.
Wow.
I'm having a great life with Howard, Dana. Oh, you are? What's going on? Oh, we just had another fun day at the antique store.
I'm calling from my separate bedroom.
Howard hasn't fucked me in months.
Well, look at what we stumbled into when we were trying to get that porn star laid.
Boy, she had a nice body, huh?
I could have shit on her for $575.
Would that be okay? Could you...
Grandma Caprio says it's okay.
I don't think any girl could get mad at you shitting on a girl.
Oh, that's not considered cheating.
All right, I'm going to... John, anything else?
Well, we'll be talking about that, obviously. And last but not least, Steve Langford mentioned that Gary's worried about his roast and Sal going places that nobody else would dare to go. We're going to talk about what no rules for a roast can lead to, how a Howard roast would actually go, and take calls on who will cross the line this Thursday. That's it on the wrap-up show.
Johnny boy, sounds like you have a full agenda.
Yeah.
That's 11 o'clock. Only 10 minutes from now.
Boy, he'll never make it.
All right, Robin, go ahead. Let's take a dent out of the news.
All right. First of all...
I'd like to ram Robin's typo. she feels my bone. I use one of her cats to clean up my load. When I ram Robert's typhoon hole, I'd like to ram Robert's typhoon hole.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And her bone as she feels my bone.
There you go.
All right, got a couple of things audio-wise to play for you today. I told you about the grandfather, the 81-year-old guy who got stung in the chest with a barb from a stingray after the stingray jumped onto his boat. Well, he had to make his own 911 call.
Imagine how outrageous that is. A stingray jumped onto the boat and pierced the
guy in the chest.
Stingrays are attacking.
Well, you know what? They keep saying how rare these stingray situations are, but we have two within a couple of months of each other.
Yeah, lucky that guy goes, well, yeah, rare. That stingray jumped out of the ocean into his boat.
Into his boat. He wasn't bothering the stingray at all. So here's 211 is his 911 call.
Oh, wow, they got the 911 call?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. I love 911 calls.
Now, what's the problem? Tell me exactly what happened. He jumped in the boat and hit me. Okay, where did it sting you at, sir? Where did it sting you at? I'm not sure, but by the heart. Stingray. Yes, they're on the way right now.
Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine? He's pretty calm for a guy who just...
Those are great calls.
What are they, in the middle of the ocean?
The guy stung in the chest. He's not going to be that clear.
But was that from the middle of the ocean, that call?
No, he had gotten back to shore.
Oh.
Yeah.
They couldn't come get him out in the ocean.
Well, Artie, what's the matter? You couldn't understand what he was saying?
He said,
Who knew fucking stingrays were so dangerous?
Yeah, another thing to watch out for. You're sitting out there watching out for the sharks.
Would you think that's a phony phone call? Like what are you, Steve?
Stingray stung me.
Oh, it's a Steve Irwin phony. We've gotten 50 of those today.
Been focusing on sharks all these years. Stingrays are the fucking bastards.
By the way, they say that barb is coated in a poison that only causes stinging. It just so happens that these stingrays are getting very accurate at shooting people in the heart. Meanwhile, there was another sad story that was also caught by 911. 14-year-old twins in Tennessee got into a fight over a piece of chewing gum, and the one twin lashed out at his brother with a steak knife and killed him. Here's Mom's 911 call, 212.
Sorry, 911, where's your emergency? Yes, ma'am. My two sons are 14. They just got in a fight, and one of my sons just took a knife and cut one of my other sons, and he's on the floor. You cut him at, ma'am? It's in the chest. Okay. Where's the other son? He's in here. Okay. They just got in a fight over a pack of stupid gum.
What kind of gum?
Oh, stop it.
I'll tell you later.
But the one kid died. He killed his twin brother. Now he's charged with murder.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to be sitting in jail going, over a stupid pack of gum. How good could that gum be?
Sneakers, maybe. Gum.
Great ad for that brand of gum, though, if you're an advertising guy.
Absolutely.
The gum you'd kill for.
Gum people have died over. Brothers kill each other over this gum. It's so good. It's cocaine gum.
Meanwhile, do you want to know...
Yeah.
How many women or how many men your girlfriend has slept with?
Nah, I don't know. I get an unclear...
Do you want to know a number?
I kind of talked to Beth. Beth either answers that oh gee, it's like not even a handful of guys.
I got an exact number from Dana.
You did?
And you believe it?
I mean, well, that
means she's hardly slept with any guys, because no girl's done a lot. I'll tell you the exact number.
Right. That's the question, though. I don't know. And put it this way, it was very, as a boyfriend, livable for me to deal with the number.
And what is livable?
2.
Well, I'll say this. It's got to be single digits.
Because I said to Beth, Beth sometimes tries to act like she's had a ton of boyfriends, and then I'll be like, well, wow, you've been with a lot of guys, and then she'll be like, no, I just kissed them. And I'm like, you just kissed them? She goes, yeah, I've kissed a lot of guys. But
How old was Beth when you met her?
27.
I see Dana was 29, so I'm thinking, look, she could be completely bullshitting, too. That crosses your mind, too. But
well, because I'm reading in the paper today that a lot of girls know that a guy gets freaked out if the number's too high.
Oh, absolutely.
And so they lie. There are reasons they discount guys that they've had sex with.
Right.
You know, they make up another list. You know, there's all the guys they've had sex with, and then the guys they really had sex with.
I know, it's disgusting when your girlfriend has sex with other men.
Yeah.
I don't even think about it.
That sucks.
And they say that probably the average number is more like around 15.
Ooh.
But girls will probably admit to between 7 and 10.
For what, a married girl, an average woman who's married, or an average, does it have an age there by the time they're 30 or something? 15.
Well, any particular age. A girl never gets to the point where it's okay to have slept with 30 guys.
Right. Yeah. There ain't no girl in the play. Craig, you're on the air in Rochester.
Howard, you know, I've been a fan for, since NBC, and I can't tell you how annoyed I am about this whining you're doing about these articles in the Daily News.
What do you mean whining? It's a completely fake story.
Let me finish, and then you can rip on me.
I'm not going to rip on you.
First of all, you're a celebrity, Howard. Live with it. You got $500 million. Number two, you and that cackling woman you have in the private cage there spend half the show reading articles about people, movie stars, celebrities.
Right. That's right.
And there's no truth to those.
How do you know they're not true?
Oh, Howard, come on. How many times you've read a story about someone like Lindsay Lohan?
I think they're true.
Who could be true, but it may not be. And how do you know some director is saying, oh, I'm not going to give her the role of her lifetime because some idiot printed this crap in the New York or the National Enquirer?
Look, all I can tell you is...
With 3 stories, live with it. You get $500 million.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Oh, it's me.
All right, well...
is upset because they said something mean about me. Come on. You make a living. The reason you're getting $500 million is because...
Wait a second. You think money makes a difference than your reputation? What's more important to you?
Absolutely, Howard. If you weren't making...
You think... are you a father? Do you have daughters? Wait, you're not letting me talk now. I listen to you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you have kids?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. I don't know how old you're... Do you have daughters?
Yes, I do. I have a daughter and 2 sons.
All right. My daughters are 23, 18... Well, no, 20. 23, 20, and 13.
Okay.
And, you know, they're young ladies.
Okay.
They pick up the paper and they read, forget about money, forget about fame, and they read in the paper that their dad is running around telling fans who say, I love you, to get on your knees.
See,
I want to clear that up with my kids. I'm sorry. If you think that's... Oh, that's different. Okay, thank you. I got to go. You're giving me a headache.
What do you mean that's different?
It's different. Let me see how you feel about it. I don't care how much money you got or how much fame you have or whatever.
Ridiculous.
I mean,
and that cackling what? That you have in a cage?
I resent that.
That was the most offensive thing he said.
She might be cackling, but she's not in a cage. How dare they say
There's
that?
an amount of money where it's okay for people to lie about you.
As long as you have enough money, you can have people lie about you. Guy's
You're
insane.
getting $500 million for them to print lies.
Yeah, put up with anything. Let them kick you. Let them cut your nuts off. What else you got, Robin?
One of the things I hate about Halloween is...
Besides everything?
Adult parties. It's okay for kids to
I hate
dress up.
Halloween.
It's okay for them to go out and trick-or-treat. What is this thing that adults have now taken over the holiday?
It's so bad. It's so gay. Running around in your costumes, the kids coming, candy, and all that fucking crap.
I hate when an adult comes to me and goes, what are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm going to be a jackass like you. That's what you should say to him.
It drives me nuts.
Although I did enjoy being a Hooters girl one year. Double A, what can I do for you? Oh, Double A, if you don't pick him up, he's done calling in. Oh, sorry.
What's that about?
Wait, let me hang up.
Could be a red letter day.
Are you giving us ultimatums?
Hey, Howard, how's it going?
What a douche. What do you mean? What are you, the most important guy on the planet?
I'm not saying that.
Don't threaten me.
Listen, bro, I was on hold since 5 to 6.
Well, what do you want from me?
I just want to say that today was my 1-year anniversary for my show with the beautiful Beth, though, and I want to thank you for it, but...
Well, now you know why we don't pick up.
But listen to me. Why are you, being listen, I've been drinking for a little bit, so, listen, it's just, aggravating.
Hang up, because he has nothing to say.
Hold on a second.
He hung on until 5 o'clock in the morning, and he has nothing to say.
Bill was just telling me that he's been really difficult on the phone. I haven't heard it, but that he's been saying, listen, you guys are fucking me over. If you don't pick me up, that's it. I'm done with the show.
All right, so he's done. Who cares?
Freaking out on the interns.
Yeah.
Really, just hanging out.
What's your problem?
Listen, bro.
Dude, you have nothing to say anyway.
Hold on a second. What do you mean I have nothing to say? I have plenty to say. I was the first guy to go on to Sirius Satellite before you yourself.
Dude.
So, Big D, do you think anyone cares that it's the one-year anniversary of your show on Sirius Satellite with Beth O?
Hold on a sec. Yeah, of course. Why not?
By the way, we were saving it for the 25th anniversary for you to come on.
Listen to me, Howard.
Awesome, Angelo. You know we love you.
Thank you, Artie. I love you, too. But here's the bottom line. Also, I was saying, what the fuck? Who the fuck wouldn't fuck that girl? I don't even know what she looks like, and I'll fuck her for the fucking two-day show thing. I'll come on there and fucking bang that bitch.
Well, isn't the last thing, didn't it get left where JD's going to fuck her? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, JD doesn't have to have sex with her. I was offering it to him because I know he barely gets laid, and she's just an attractive girl.
And he would do it. He just doesn't want to do it and record it.
And I know he's into porno stars, so I offered it to him, but he doesn't have to do it.
What a fucking fag, man. What are you kidding me?
You know, some of the guys...
all hell on the fucking radio, man. I fuck her, and I don't even know what the fuck she looks like.
Some of the guys in the TV room were talking about it's not what she looks like, it's what she's probably done. I guess she was talking like she's shit. She's about
Yeah, but JD's done porn stars.
JD's wanting all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Was that chick he was with a full-blown out porn star?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, wear a fucking condom and fuck her. What's wrong with the kid?
I don't know. He can do what he wants. He does more than enough for the show. I'm only teasing him.
Listen,
all right.
Game. If nobody fucks her, I'll fuck her for
I'll put you right down on the list.
That might be fun.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye. It's not going to call in anymore if we don't pick up.
I mean, from the Whack Pack, is that the emptiest threat ever?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean...
I was going to say, just hang up and see how long it takes him to call back.
Carl called me last night and he goes, Artie, I'm calling again. I just want to shoot the shit. I don't want nothing. Call me. I just want to bullshit with you.
Yeah, it's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Wants to talk.
All right, whatever.
Anything else, Robin?
Yeah, 90%. They did a survey to see what people like at their Halloween parties. 90% of the respondents said a Halloween party should have costumes. So adults like to dress up.
That should have oral.
For those stupid parties.
Well, last Halloween party we went to together, you fucking yelled at me for bailing out of going as Tony Soprano.
Well, if we're going to do it, you might as well wear something like a costume.
I put a guinea pig on.
Why men won't commit.
Yeah.
Scary, because look what these lawyers do to you if it goes wrong.
There's a new study out called The State of Our Unions. It's based on interviews with 60 heterosexual men between the ages of 25 and 33 in Chicago, New Jersey, Houston, and Washington, D.C.
I have two friends going through awful, like I feel bad for them. When I talk to them on the phone, it's almost like I want to hug them. They're going through such painful divorces right now.
No, it's
on every level. It's horrifying.
It's the worst.
The men were all employed full-time and reported annual incomes between $21,000 and $35,000 a year. None of the men was married, but three had children. Here's the reasons they say they won't commit. Men can get sex without marriage more easily than in past times.
That's true.
Men can enjoy the benefits of having a wife by cohabiting.
That's true.
Rather than getting married.
Right.
I know that's why you're not married.
That's right. And Grandma Caprio's the other reason.
But she's a reason for committing.
Men want to avoid divorce and the financial risks.
That's right.
Men want to wait until they are older to have children if they don't.
That's right.
Men fear that marriage will require too many changes and compromises.
That's right, especially the longer you wait.
Wow.
Men are waiting for the perfect soulmate, and she hasn't appeared yet.
Yeah. And the number one reason is men have penises, and it gets you into trouble anyway.
Even when that soulmate appears.
Social pressures to get married. They are reluctant to marry a woman who already has children. They want to own a home before they get married, and men want to enjoy a single life for as long as they can.
The hell did Grandma Caprio say to you? I gotta know.
She's some talker.
She said, no, actually, oh my God, she can persuade anything.
What'd she say?
But this is the same woman who, when I was 22, was praying to St. Jude for me. And I found out St. Jude was the saint for hopeless causes.
Oh, boy.
She have a thick Italian accent and everything?
No, she's from North.
Hey,
so she's, no, her mother did, but she's one generation in.
So she talks some sense to you, huh?
She opened my eyes.
Why do you listen to her? It's not that you hadn't heard this stuff from others.
What the fuck does she know?
I don't know. It's something about coming from her. She's never been wrong, really.
What'd she say? You should go back with Dana?
But mostly what... Well, no, she said...
Secret to life kind of thing?
She said make sure... She said, you know, I've seen you with her, and I think you could be happy with her, and you should make sure that, you know, you don't rush into any decision. That's what she said.
Wow. Like you're rushing. You've been breaking up for 5 years.
That's the other point. Yeah, I'm like rushing. Who the fuck? It's the most thought out thing on the planet.
You will go back with the Dane. And if you do smack again, I'm going to put a contract out on you.
She never brings up any of that shit. It's so funny. It's just like she knows about it, but she's like, you know.
We don't need to talk about that.
I saw you on TV.
And she likes you fat.
Oh, she does, absolutely.
Dana likes a bigger boy.
She's the girl for you.
She's the girl.
How many of your girls are going to like a bigger fat man?
My grandmother, I swear to God, she said that my grandmother was classic for this. Like, you should go on a diet. And then you'd have one afternoon of eating all right, and then she'd go, now that you're eating well, you can enjoy something.
She'd sabotage the diet.
I swear to God, you come over with a fucking plate of ravioli.
What else you got in the news there, Rob?
Have you heard about the $40 entree? I know that doesn't mean much to you, you know.
$40 entree.
$40 entrees every night. But they're spreading across the country.
What do you mean, in a regular restaurant?
Even at regular restaurants in places like Philadelphia and Fort Lauderdale and Denver are finding that they're serving meals with prices of $40 just for the entree. They're saying the 40 is the new 30, and that even if they haven't crashed that $40 barrier, you can see more and more $38 and $39 entrees in, you know, regular chain restaurants.
You know, the biggest rip-offs are these Italian restaurants. If a box of pasta costs 42 cents, they charge you $40 for a plate.
It's the cheapest thing on the planet.
That's right. They say the highest profit in restaurants is Italian restaurants.
Really? Is that why there's so many of them?
That's right.
It's amazing.
But that's something Pat Cooper, I heard him say on your show. He goes, what's the difference between macaroni and pasta? About $12 a plate.
What else you got there, Robin?
You know what? I keep thinking back to the letter that Kevin Tillman wrote about what he thinks of his service for the country now. His brother was Patrick Tillman, who was killed by friendly fire. He was an NFL football player who left the NFL after 9/11 and joined the Army because he wanted to go fight the people who created that hole in the ground here in Manhattan. But years later, Kevin Tillman, who joined up with his brother, is now out, and he was discharged in 2005, and he's very upset with our leaders. He said, America has become a place where somehow subversion of the Bill of Rights and the Constitution is tolerated. Somehow suspension of habeas corpus is supposed to keep this country safe. Somehow torture is tolerated. Somehow lying is tolerated. He also fired off personal barbs at George Bush and Vice President Dick Cheney, both of whom avoided Vietnam military service. Somehow those afraid to fight an illegal invasion decades ago are allowed to send soldiers to die for an illegal invasion they started. So there's a guy who served his country and what he has to say about it right now. Is Hillary Clinton, or was she cute when she was younger, or is she looking better these days because of millions of dollars in plastic surgery?
The guy running against her in the Senate kind of like hit her with like a weird thing. He was like, that's so stupid. He goes, you know, I think she had a lot of work. She looks good now, but she didn't look good back then. That's
the thing is, he said it to a reporter.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And now he's denying he said it.
That's a political issue?
Yeah, that's what Hillary Clinton, she said.
On the way to the debate.
Hillary Clinton's a good candidate, because she goes like this. She says, gee, I thought I was cute back then, but...
I liked the way I looked.
And she goes, and it shows you how unqualified this guy is. That's his issue, whether I was cute or not?
He even said, as long as I don't say the lesbian, don't call her a lesbian, I'll be okay. That's what he said before he headed off for the debate. Now he's apologizing for making that statement and saying he doesn't remember it. Here is John Spencer, who was the former mayor of Yonkers, saying to a reporter yesterday that the charges being made against him about calling Hillary Clinton ugly are false.
I don't know what Mr. Smith's problem is, but I never called Senator Clinton Hillary Clinton ugly, nor did I refer to the fact that she had plastic surgery or something like that. So I don't know where Mr. Smith is coming from, but I find it outrageous that after I won 2 debates, they don't cover that. They don't cover the issues. They don't cover the fact that yesterday, I acknowledged that I happen to like Senator Clinton. I disagree with her on everything. I think she's a far left-leaning liberal. She is a presidential candidate right now, and she's not serving New York as a United States senator, but she's serving herself. So all of those things I said, they don't write that, and they make up using the words ugly and whatever it was, plastic surgery, which I've never said.
Well, Ben Smith of the Daily News says he stands by his statements. He even puts it in context today and talks about the whole conversation and how it led around to Hillary and plastic surgery. So everybody's sticking to their guns. Spencer says he didn't say it, and Smith says he did.
All right, Robin.
Hillary Clinton, meanwhile, is being questioned a lot about whether she'll make a run for the presidency in 2008. And Barack Obama said over the weekend that he was thinking about it. So yesterday they were questioning Hillary, and she says she's not thinking about Barack Obama right now, number one.
All right. Number one?
Number one.
She's not thinking about Barack Obama?
Right.
Neither was I.
I have no thoughts on that at all. I am focused on the re-election that I'm running here in 06. I'm focused on electing new members of Congress like 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗿. That's what I think about. That's what I'm working on. And that's what I hope happens on November 7th.
Hillary grew up to be a handsome, hard-working, fun-loving man.
Oh.
Let's go to Rose, who wants to say something. Yes, Rose.
Hi, yes. I have something to say about Artie. How come Dana just comes back into his life after something good's going on?
What good is going on?
What's good going on?
I don't know. Like his movie premiere, before there was something else. Just every now and then she just shows up and just wants to come back into his life.
Well, I called her in this instance, actually.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Wait, Grandma Caprio's on the phone.
Hey, Artie, hang up on this slut. I like the way you're going back with Dane.
I wish she had that accent.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you for the... All right, Rose, she's looking out for you. Rose is looking out for you.
I just say, I mean...
Rose, you sound like a nice Italian girl, Rose.
I am, Sicilian.
Ah,
Actually,
Sicilian.
it's funny, you guys were talking about adoption. I was born in El Salvador during the guerrilla warfare. My family came down to get me, and I got raised Sicilian Italian. I don't speak 1 ounce of Spanish.
All right, thank you.
Good for you.
Good for you, Rose. Rosalita.
Rose, a nice girl.
Nice girl, but not for my Artie. I don't want the Dana with the dogs and the therapy.
She's a little too chatty.
Yeah. Anything else, Robin?
Yeah, there are a few other things. Did you see that ABC is going to think about trying to woo Jay Leno should he be let go by NBC?
ABC.
And if they did that, they'd fire Jimmy Kimmel.
What? What? No, they said they put Jimmy Kimmel on after Jay.
They said they would let go of Jimmy Kimmel.
Poor Jimmy.
And ABC's Nightline. They would be canceled.
Why cancel Jimmy? What did he do?
Oh, actually, they're saying he would be followed by the Jimmy Kimmel.
That's what I said.
Okay. I just thought they had said they would cancel both those ABC shows. But no, Jimmy would get to follow.
Be a smart move on ABC's part. Jay does have the higher ratings, and, Conan's an untested
in
guy.
that time slot. But, yeah, Conan O'Brien is supposed to take over that slot 2 years from now.
This is a Grandma Caprio. Jimmy a good boy.
Let them follow Jay Leno.
Anything else?
It's okay to follow Jay. The former head of Enron, the CEO, Jeffrey Skilling. He was sentenced yesterday to 24 years in prison for his role in bringing down that company and destroying the stock portfolios of many of the employees there.
My Artie was in jail, but we don't talk about it.
But, of course, he says
no good.
He is going to appeal the sentence. And he says that people have been saying about him that he doesn't have a reaction to all this. But he says he's hurting, too, 2-3.
I feel terrible about what's happening. And this was one of the things I said, that, people say that
that Jeff hasn't shown remorse. That's not true. I mean, my life has been a nightmare.
I bet.
He says, some wrong things were done, but he doesn't feel that he did anything criminal, so he's going to continue to fight on.
Yes, King.
Hey, Howard, what's up? Hey, Artie, don't go back with Dana.
Ooh.
That's definite.
I needed the King's advice. You see, he's got the direct opposite of Grandma.
After you chew some gum and throw it on the ground, do you pick it back up and put it in your mouth?
How dare you?
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right.
But look.
Analogy?
No, but all right.
All right. Anything else, Robin?
Mario Lopez of Dancing with the Stars.
I love him.
A big star now?
He's a bigger star like my art.
Mario.
Someone is saying that he can write his own ticket after this show.
Really?
He has arrived. They think that Dancing with the Stars has done a number of things with him, or for him, and that the networks will be clamoring to make a deal with him until they find the right project.
He's the new John Stamos.
Also in the news,
he's John Stamos light.
We talked about Keith Urban and the fact that he signed himself into rehab to fight his alcohol addiction.
God, I like him so much better now.
Artie, don't listen to King of all blacks.
The King of all moolies.
Mourinho. Your grandma Caprio.
Your grandma would say that?
No, she
would.
would.
Of course I would.
My grandmother's very...
No, I would never say I love the blacks.
She would say Tutsun.
Anyway,
the King of all Tootsies.
Keith Urban has signed himself into rehab. There's a story going around in Australian magazines that he cheated on Nicole just before the wedding.
Oh, you see?
They had not one but 2 bachelor parties, and Nicole didn't know about the second one.
Yeah, would blow at it like...
And he was drinking at that party.
No party for my Artie.
He's had enough of the blow.
And they said there were some porn stars there doing some dancing and whatever, and Keith had his eye on one.
Yeah.
Walked over to her and told her he'd like to do a certain sex act on her.
Why are these guys getting married?
And took him right to the bedroom. That's the story. And apparently, I guess, Nicole got wind of it. And his answer was much like Mel Gibson. It was the alcohol.
I got to tell you, man, you go to Scores, east or west side, and throw a rock, you will hit a chick way sexier than Nicole Kidman.
Right. You're absolutely right. Scores forever. Thank you.
I mean, strippers, come on.
You bet.
You get married for it, Keith.
I didn't mention this earlier, but Matthew McConaughey and Lance Armstrong. Actually, Matthew McConaughey was the one who announced that they are not gay. I don't know who thought that.
Those are nicer boys.
Were we the ones who announced they're gay?
Jealous guys.
Anything else, Robin?
I thought they were a fruit. Fred's on that music.
There's some kind of a natural gas refinery they want to put out in the water somewhere in Los Angeles. And a bunch of stars were holding a protest against this liquefied natural gas terminal.
My Artie has a lot of liquefied gas.
And among those protesting were Daryl Hannah, Halle Berry, and
Halle Berry is with a white boy now. You know why?
Gabriel
she's a white
Aubrey. So here's a little bit of what some of the stars had to say. Pierce Brosnan was also in the group. He said the gas facility would be an eyesore.
It's going to be 14 stories high, 3 foot.
Cares.
Enough of Pierce.
It's in Malibu. That's why they care.
Maybe I should go down there. Be a good place to network.
Yeah.
Ted Danson says natural gas facility is a security risk.
It's a huge risk. You know, when people are talking about terrorism and the potential for...
And Halle Berry says it's not safe for the environment.
This project would really damage, you know, our quality of life out here, the ecosystem of the ocean, the marine life.
So they're all up in arms about that liquefied natural gas terminal they want to put out in the water right off of Malibu. Also, remember Menudo? Do you remember that group?
Mario
They should be with Dana.
Menudo?
That's
right. No, Menudo gave us Ricky Martin, didn't it?
Oh, good.
Yes.
Ricky Martin.
What did we give them?
So somebody is trying to bring it back. Charlie Massa was one of the original members of Menudo, and he says kids want to sing for Menudo. Number 10.
These kids, they're just simple kids from...
See? Who cares?
And here's a little bit of the sound of some of the hopefuls singing for Menudo. So that's, I guess we're going to have more of that one of these days.
Fuck you!
Finally this morning, remember Daryl Worley?
Yes.
He was the country star who did the hit after 911 called Have You Forgotten?
A fabulous talent.
Have you
That was a good song.
And we were all behind that song.
We love that.
Now, he has written a new song and performed it based on the struggles of a guy coming back from fighting in Iraq and trying to adjust to life. Here's a little bit of his new song, I Just Came Back From Work.
When the boots finally hit Billy Joe Grimes, he said, I don't know what it is, but you seem different to me. I said, I just came back from a place where they hated me and everything I stand for.
Is this the same song?
Yeah, just reworded.
See, come on, this guy's going. He's hoping the fairy dust is going to sprinkle twice. What am I doing on the phone? That's right, I went home an hour ago. Hey, now.
Phoning in the rest.
And that's what's happening.
All right, Grandma Caprio's listening. Thank you, baby.
You know what? She might be. I got her the unit.
Grazie.
She loves it.
Grazie, Grandma Caprio.
Grandma, make some gabardine and broccoli. I'll be over there.
Check out King Norris November 3rd, Friday night at Vertigo, 91 Main Street, Nyack, New York, 845-358-3202, or go to www.kingnorris.com for info. Friday, November 3rd, Sal, Richard, Bob Levy, more at the Gypsy Lounge, Lake Forest, California. Go to cleanboxentertainment.com. Saturday, November 4th, Bob Levy, Sal, Richard, and more at Kane's Barn Grill. San Diego, California, go to Ticketmaster.com and type in Meet the Retards or go to KillersOfComedy.com. This Friday and Saturday, see Bob Levy, Sal, Richard, Shuley, Riddles Comedy Club, Orland Park, Illinois, 708-444-0234 for tickets, and the same crew November 17th and 18th at Cefalos Nightclub, Pittsburgh, PA. 412-276-6600 for tickets or go to RevBobLevy.com. For any Artie information, go to Artie-Lang.com. To book Benji and his naked lesbian bachelor party strippers and to see their new dirty interactive website, go to
For a second.
And it was I kind of, in a weird way, felt like, God, what an asshole profession. Like getting up there and singing and charging around the stage and begging people to buy your record. I mean, what a fucked up. You know, Letterman once did this thing.
It's begging. You're right.
It's begging. Letterman once did this thing, and I didn't understand it. Now I kind of do. It's always stayed with me. I was doing his show, and I don't know how this occurred. Maybe during the break they were, I don't even know that this is right, but there was at some point I was sitting next to Letterman, and some musician was going to play on his show, you know, with the band.
Right.
And they were somehow rehearsing. Now, I don't know how I was with Letterman during this. I can't remember the scenario, but he turned to me, and he went like, look at these idiots. You know,
Look at these idiots.
Yeah, I mean, and he made this face, and he went, or he didn't even say it that way. He just took his thumb and pointed to them to me, and like made a smirk like, what a dumb fucking way to make a living. I mean, and I thought to myself, gee, isn't being a rock star like the coolest thing in the whole world, and wouldn't you want to do it and all that? But I think you get to a certain age, and you see these guys parading around on stage.
Well, it depends. You know, there's some musicians, you know, like you can respect. They just get up there with a guitar and they sing.
Right.
The guys that have the makeup and the pyrotechnics, and then they have the dance moves, and they got the dancers.
Right. Yeah, I'm watching Jennifer Lopez, and I go, oh.
It looks like a circus up there. It did look like a circus. It looked like Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, I was just like, you look so desperate. And I guess she's not really a good singer, is she?
No.
That's what you hear from people who can sing.
I was watching, and at some point she was almost yelling into the microphone, and I really found it grating.
And then you're trying to figure out if she's pregnant or not with that big 𝗦𝘁𝗄𝗿 she had on.
Yeah, and by the way, who cares? I don't care. You know,
it's become a guessing game.
I don't care if Jennifer Lopez is pregnant. It makes no difference in my life.
Or Christina Aguilera or any of them.
Absolutely. Motherfuckers. The whole lot of them.
Is she pregnant? Is she? Oh, no, they're saying no. Oh, wait a minute. But his ex-wife said the kids are going to get sister or brother. You know, it's just crazy.
Well, I also wonder sometimes what a weird job these reporters, you know, these entertainment reporters who have to sit there and really devote their lives. I mean, imagine devoting a lifetime to wondering if Jennifer Lopez is pregnant. I mean, when you sit and ponder that.
It used to be funny when the Inquirer was a funny paper.
Yeah.
And they used to speculate that everybody was pregnant and whose child they were having. Now they take it seriously.
It's very serious. There's, you know, The Insider, Entertainment Tonight,
we got
Access
full
Hollywood.
coverage.
Yeah, Access Hollywood, Extra. I mean, and these shows are devoted to these
They'll have people on 3 coasts contributing to the story.
Those shows are embarrassing when they send them out somewhere to cover you know, some movie premiere, and they're pandering to these people. Just, how you doing? Oh, yeah, they pretend to be friends with them. Can I go? Well, I'm going to be by tomorrow. You know, we're coming over to see the baby.
Well, it was just like Nancy O'Dell with the Halle Berry and the baby and the whole thing.
It's weird. Hey, JD.
I watch these shows all the time.
Right.
I know they're like...
You homo!
Well, I have to. It's my job.
Oh, whatever.
Good excuse.
Well, one of the most annoying things is, like, whenever 2 stars are, like, partnered in a movie, like, say, Halle Berry's in a movie with Bruce Willis, and they're a couple, they always ask, so how is Bruce Willis as a kisser? You know, shit like that. It's so fucking annoying. I hate it.
Don't you have a cubicle waiting for you?
Sorry. Oh, Gary told me to come.
What annoys you?
A comical observation from JD. Like
you don't like when they talk about that. Okay. Brian, you're on the... Are you growing a beard, JD?
Huh?
You growing a beard? What's going on here?
No, I just haven't shaved.
For what, like 2 weeks?
No,
you just got to get some growth going, but I know it's what you've been working on.
Just lazy.
All right.
How long does it take you to get that much hair?
I probably has been like a week.
Yeah. All right, Brian, you're on the air.
Not exactly Nixon.
Howard.
Yes.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Morning. Hey, couple questions. First, do you think it's a wise decision that Artie gets the key for the vending machine?
Well, actually, there was a presentation that just occurred a few minutes before hitting the air. Gary pulled out this mystery envelope and goes, Artie, I have here the key to the vending machine, but it comes with some rules.
Oh.
The vending machine company doesn't want Artie, and Sirius especially doesn't want Artie, opening the vending machine for other people and employees who work here.
Of course not.
That's number one. Number two, it's, you know, Artie can use it whenever he wants this key, but Artie said, well, I don't know that I'm really going to use it. And Gary goes, save it for emergencies. For example.
Yesterday he said he was going to bust the thing up with an axe or something.
Yeah.
You couldn't get in it.
Well, for example, you put the money in and then your cookies don't come out.
Right.
You now have the ability to open.
Or they get stuck, you know, in that little thing.
Do you want someone here to hold the key, or are you going to be capable of putting it on a keychain and making sure it stays with you?
I'm capable of putting the other keys I have in my life
you
on
are?
a chain.
Okay, I didn't know. What do I know?
I've ganged up the other part, or the other keys I've had.
Can I see the key? It almost looks like a skating key.
It's, you know what it is? It's like something you would put in an alarm.
Yeah, look at that key.
To turn off an alarm, yeah.
You going to put that on your keychain, my friend?
Yeah, I have my other shit on there, yeah.
How do you know what key turns off alarms?
Actually, you know what? Back in my days when I used to install cable, I installed alarm wires.
Can I ask you a couple of questions about that key? Do you think, I know it's your intention now not to use it unless it's an emergency, but don't you think eventually you'll just be opening the vending machine and pulling out what you want?
Well, I don't want to...
fridge at your house.
Right.
What's the Italian word you always use? Schnurr?
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying...
I don't want to become that because it really would look low rent if I'm in there every 2 seconds, if I have $1 on me. Most of the items are... The one I love the most is 75 cents, you know, so...
Yeah, but you now have the key. They're obviously telling you it's okay.
It's okay. I think what they're telling me, it's okay in an emergency like yesterday. That's what I believe.
Do you think you couldn't walk through a line of people? Because sometimes there's a little line at the vending machine.
Well, I never do that.
Well, you wouldn't walk through a line and then say, I'm going to use my key. That's crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't walk through a line anyway. I wait.
I just want to say congratulations. You have made it, my friend. I don't know any other guy who works at a place that gets the key to the vending machine. I've never heard of this.
And why would you give the vending machine key to your best customer?
It just took nearly 2 years to make that happen.
Can I say something here?
Yeah.
Should we take the key away from you? I mean, should you give it up voluntarily? Let's put it that way. You're not a child.
Yeah.
Is this a dangerous key? Because really your eating is out of control. And I can see some mad spree that you go on where you do open up the machine and eat everything in there.
Like somebody walks in and
we find him passed out in front of an open door.
I don't think it was just like strawberry filling all over my face.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the worst stuff to be eating on a regular basis.
Well, I'd rather, gun to my head, I'd rather have the key to the heroin bin, but I'll have to go with food. No, I don't think this will up my eating intake from there. It'll just make... put it this way. There's times when you have a wrinkled dollar, when the machine doesn't work, when it gets stuck, and this...
How often does that happen?
I'd say a good 10% of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Here's my prediction.
And this makes this is a backup. This makes times like that not that bad.
Here's my prediction. That key will go on a keychain, and I say every day, within a week, you will be opening the vending machine.
All the time?
And taking stuff out of there. Yeah,
wow.
He will not, because then you'll be like, oh, I don't.
Why should I get out $1?
I have the key. I mean, they're inviting me to do it.
Somebody goes in there around 10 o'clock, and all that's left is like a couple Diet cookie bags left, and the whole freaking vending machine's empty. You know what happens?
There's no Diet cookies in there, my friend.
All right, I'm sorry. Hey, Art, 8.5 over under. Where are you at on your snacks?
Well, I just...
It's early.
Yeah.
Did you eat already?
8.5 is big for 6'10", my friend.
All right.
All right, Brian, thank you.
Hey, wait, Howard.
Yes.
Yesterday and the day before, you played some songs that listeners sent in, I guess. And maybe it's just my ear, but it sounded like two of them could have been Sour Shoes, doing it like his real voice, trying to be a performer. Was that true?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. All right, love the show, Howard.
By the way, I have inside information. We were speculating about whether or not that was Miss Black Howard Stern.
Yes.
It was not. It was a fan of the show. Okay, if my information is correct, there's this chick who's a huge fan of our show. She's also a huge fan of Brewer's show, who's contacted me because she was worried about me, like being unhealthy. And she's got a real high voice, and she... texted me last night and claims that was her.
Probably was. I told you.
Her
it didn't
name's
sound like
Corey.
Yeah, it didn't sound like
anyone.
anyone.
She's got a real high voice.
Yeah, it didn't sound like anyone I know.
Yeah, it didn't sound like Andrea, for
sure.
sure.
She was too coherent to be Andrea.
Yeah, she was. I said, well, yeah, you sounded too smart to be Andrea, And
I have one more question about this key you received.
Go ahead.
I wonder if this key goes to all the vending machines from this company or in the world, for that matter.
So, like, could he go into any place where that vending machine is and open the machine?
Has Artie now been given the key to the world, in a sense, of vending machines? And what does that mean? And I assume that key doesn't go anywhere near where the money can be accessed. Oh, look, it's already on a keychain.
Wow.
Look at this. Look what Artie's showing me. What are you eating right now? Is that from the vending machine?
No, it's my bagel.
I wonder if your eating out of the vending machine will go up now that you have the key. I think it will. That's my guess. That's my guess.
Well, we'll see. That's the great... Right. When you make drugs legal, in a way...
There's no stopping you.
But again, I question the business move by the company. Their best customer, they just gave a key.
Yes. Well, listen, they obviously need him in some way.
Today's a bad day to gauge.
Jacob, you're on the air in Fresno, California.
Cupcake Wednesday. I'm not there as much.
Morning. Hey, are you guys serious? He really got the key to the vending machine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has it. I've seen it.
Oh, my God.
He just put it on his keychain.
Nobody in the building has 75 cents, every now and then to drop in there for him if it won't take his $100.
Well, your
is
phone,
not a money issue, sir.
It's not money. My friend, your phone is breaking up. I would talk to you, but this is
Somebody
ridiculous.
told me on that particular day that Artie had the meltdown, they actually walked up and put 75 cents in for him, and the money wouldn't work either. The coins didn't work either.
Yeah, this is a very, very
bad day.
Intense situation. This guy yesterday couldn't get his cookies out, and he was having a hard day, and he was ready for them. When Artie's ready,
He's ready.
He has this thing where he knows I can have those cookies. They're right there, and yet he can't get them.
I sit next to the guy every day. When he's ready to eat, he wants it.
I got my mind set on cookies, and I wasn't getting them.
He can't change it until the cookies are there.
Trust me.
What happens is it affects work.
Eric the Midget wants to read his book now.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we were being banned from book reading.
Eric, I'm confused. You said yesterday we didn't earn the right to hear your new book, Dougie the Puggy. Why are you suddenly reversing your stance?
Well, I started thinking about it. You guys didn't earn it, but why should I, not read it for the fans? Why should I make the fans suffer?
Exactly. All right, Eric, I'll refresh anyone's memory who doesn't recall this. Eric the Midget revealed to us about two or 3 weeks ago that he was, in fact, writing a children's book. The book is called Dougie the Puggy. Dougie the Puggy is the story of a dog, a pug. And this is unbelievable how it parallels Eric the Midget's life.
It sounds like somebody else to me, yes.
Yeah, Dougie the Puggy, the dog, is helping Eric to meet celebrities, particularly one Diana DeGarmo.
Well, the girl of his dreams. That's,
right.
That's basically it, yeah.
Well, the fans have earned the right to hear some of this. Are you going to read?
Should we plug our ears since we didn't?
Do you want to give us the setup?
Okay, I'll read just a little bit from version number 1.
What?
There's 2 versions to the story. One is more geared for kids, and the other is more geared for adults.
Oh. Boy, a kid's book with an adult version.
So this is the adult version or the kids version?
I know I'm going to catch a lot of crap from you guys, but it's going to be the kids version.
That's okay. All right, Eric. I'm going to cut you off if it gets too long. I'm only interested in hearing, a little bit of it.
Like how many paragraphs?
I would say, how many paragraphs are in the first page?
Okay, the first page has, just a second, looks like 5.
Wow. That might be too much, right?
Yeah, I thought it was really a children's book, not like a Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm on the wrong one. I just realized that.
Why don't we try one paragraph, and then we'll see how that goes.
We'll go paragraph by paragraph.
I can kind of speak for the audience and see if we zone out.
Okay, hang on. I got to get the...
And if you could put some energy into the read, I know that's asking a lot. I mean, sometimes I feel like you're half asleep. Get into it, just to keep people's attention. All right, if my audience...
Is he going to, act it out with his voice? Take different characters and have their voices changed?
Yeah, are you going to read it using...
I made copies of this thing now. I lost...
You lost your page?
No, I lost the right one.
Eric, preparation is key.
Right, I know.
All right. Are you ready now?
Yes.
All right. Here is the first paragraph of Previously Unheard. A world premiere. This is what Eric the Midget's been working on.
Dougie the Puggy, children's version.
Chapter 1, paragraph 1. Now, imagine there are millions of children listening to you right now, and you need to mesmerize them. So put some energy into it. Thank you.
One thing. Can you please go with Eric the actor or Eric the writer, please?
All right. Here is Eric the writer to reveal his book, Dougie the Puggy.
Okay, Dougie the Puggy, the holiday story. It was 3 days before Christmas, and Dougie the Puggy was putting his 4 little puppies to bed. Daddy, said little Peggy as she hopped onto her bed. Yes, Peggy. Said Dougie. Peggy snuggled under her covers. Can you please tell us my favorite Christmas story about when you were a puppy? The one about you, Uncle Athens and Aunt Alaska helping Eric to meet his future wife.
All right, so the Eric they're referring to is you.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So Dougie the Puggy's mission is to find Eric, the writer's wife.
Right.
Is it Diana DeGarmo in the end?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
How did you guess, Howard? You already know the end of the story.
This is so wild. Is that the first paragraph?
There was like four small paragraphs.
Right, I figured there was more than one.
Does anybody want to hear one more paragraph?
Oh, God,
yes.
yeah.
All right, I might want to hear the whole thing.
Keep going, Eric.
I'm not going that far.
All right, but I understand you. It's a marketing thing you're doing now, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to blow the end.
All right.
No, you don't.
No,